know we keep it alive. You know we keep it alive. Share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe, cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe, you know we keep it live. You know we keep it.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Back in the studio. Feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling great. How y'all feeling this morning? Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for pulling up to the Coach Smook Morning Show. Y'all know what time it is. Make sure y'all run the likes up. Make sure you're sharing it. Thank God for you showing up today. Man, we're here for another day. We're here for another show, here for another episode. Thank you all for pulling up, man. Everybody pulling up. I see y'all running the comments up already. Let's start at the top. I'm going to do my shout-outs this morning. Then we're going to get into the show, man. We're going to get into our inspirational moment of the day. Really didn't plan anything, but I definitely want to talk to you all today about life. Life is definitely happening, but life is good, and it's getting better. It's getting better. It's going to get better. I really think I have a word of encouragement for everybody today. Today is Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Y'all, I had to celebrate a little bit yesterday. Not really celebrate, but I kind of just took a moment to think because June 10th, 2015, I signed my final out in the military. And from that day forward, my life kind of changed. The trajectory of what I was going to do for the next 15 to 20 years to provide for my family definitely changed. And I took a leap of faith to believe in what God was showing me, you know, and believing in myself and being who I was called to be. And look at where I'm at now, almost 8 years later now, 2015. No, so 9 years later now, you know, been out. So it's been a transition, but God has really been keeping. So I thank you all for showing up and supporting, continuing to do what you all do. And let me know how everything sounds, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. My brother, Zach, little brother, Zach. How you feeling this morning? JB718 is in the building. LaQuasia is in the building. Jordan, Clinton, everybody's pulling up. Angel, how you doing? Looks like this is a first time viewer right here. What up? How you feeling? Who made that song? Coach Smook made that song. That's what's crazy. That's my voice in the background. That's my voice, man. I did a little recording on this it wasn't quality, but I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna get it right. Good morning, Mary J. Nicole, my sister. Winston Hunt is in the building. Welcome back, Winston. Good to see you. My brother, Steven Scuba, how you doing? time for you to pick up that birth certificate, man. You've been hanging around for a while. You might as well go ahead and join the family. Become a member of the AAA fam. Gary, how you feeling? Dwight, Antoine, Uncle Jay, glad to see you again. I know everybody took their weekend and really got took a little mental break from what we've been doing. Now, some of y'all so family, we just don't leave each other alone, and I love that, but it's always good to take a little mental break from social media and all that stuff and really just kind of refresh, right? Brett, what's good, family? Brett, text me, bro. Inbox me. If you're available, man, pull up. I want to have you on today. I meant to hit you up yesterday. If you're available right now, shoot me a text, pull up. I'll shoot you the link. You could join the show this morning, impromptu, because we discussing something that I know you ready to talk about, and I think you'll give me some good vibes on there. Carla, how you feeling, my sister? How you feeling? I thought it was you in the song. That's what's up. Yeah, that was me. K Spray, how you feeling this morning? Jay Townsend, everybody's in here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, while you're here, all 37 of you right here on YouTube, I want you to hit the share button. You can send me a message on Twitter. You can send me a message, whichever one, you can send me a message. I'm gonna send you a link, and you should be able to use your phone to jump in here. And when we open up our segment to start breaking down, today we'll for our major segment, our call-in segment, we'll be discussing the Alabama versus Georgia game. Not necessarily just that game. We'll kind of dive into the SEC schedule. We'll give our overall projections of how we're going to look. But we're really going to dive into the SEC schedule. The SEC schedule, the Bama versus Georgia game. That's our SEC opener this season, which is crazy to have Alabama as your Georgia, Alabama as the SEC opener, right, for the league play. And it's going to be a good game. I was did my own little research. Went to Locked On Georgia, their little Locked On Dogs, whatever their podcast is. And they had some very informative stuff for me to consider when we take when we get ready to play against Georgia. So we'll be diving into that today. Hopefully, Brett, you can shoot me a message, man, and I will send that link to you. And then I'll bring you on when it's time to come on. There'll be probably about 45 minutes. We'll be able to bring you on and get this segment kicked off, man. But here we go. I see you. Let me get this Twitter inbox open. Boom. All right, we got that open. Is the phone line open? All right, it's set up. It's not open yet. We don't have the phone line open yet, but once we get into it, y'all know what time it is. But yeah, before we jump into our show, man, for everybody that's wondering who these people are that's popping these, I want my AAA family to pop those AAA logo, pop those AAA emojis right now. What's up, Bino? Welcome in. Shane, how you feeling? How you feeling, Shane? Everybody, Rob Baker, how you feeling? He said we're beating UGA by 6. I think we beating UGA by 31. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really think we're gonna whoop UGA this season. They gonna come in underestimating us, and then I think it's not gonna matter to them because they know they're gonna have a chance to see us more than once. But for everybody that's trying to figure out what this AAA thing is, what is it? What do you mean AAA, fam? Listen, check out this commercial. And you'll know what it is. And this is how you join. Check it out. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Yeah, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Thank y'all for the support, man. Listen, I really do appreciate everybody's support, everybody's donations, everybody that's contributing to this channel and continue to share the word and helping it grow. We appreciate you. Dwight is in the building. Thank you for pulling up. Listen, this morning, I got these golden biscuits, right? They're just so soft. Like I ate one before I came upstairs, and I was gonna try to be polite and not eat in y'all face, but it's so moist. Is moist a bad word? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, Triple A. Is moist a bad word? Because if so, I don't care. These things just soft and fluffy and flaky on top. Oh, have mercy. I had to do that to y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all see how it? You see it? Just had to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to do that to y'all. Oh, them biscuits look good, don't it? They are glazed with honey butter. I put a little syrup on them. What y'all talking about? All right, so let me get this link over to Brett. Go have him pull up today. We're gonna talk Georgia, BAMA, and once we get into the schedule part. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so hungry. Had to get up extra early. Pull up. What's up, Jarvis? How you feeling? What I gotta pause for? What's up, King fam? Hey, good to see you back around here, brother. Good to see you back around here, man. The white pause biscuits look good, huh? What's the pause? It's a biscuit. You're looking at a biscuit. See, y'all been that Gen Z stuff done got y'all messed up. Y'all supposed to be some OGs. Y'all out here acting like these little young boy. Pause and everything. Can't talk. You got that Golden Eagle syrup though? Nah, this ain't that Golden Eagle. I forget what brand this is. This some fancy stuff from Publix. All right, I'm done, Marquita. I see you. I see that look she giving me back there. I'm done. I ain't go. You know what? I lied. I'm gonna take one more bite. Just the last bite. Let me just finish it. Y'all, can I finish this biscuit? I'm feeling good today. That's why I wanted to go ahead. All right. I'm done. I promise. I say the next one. I'm gonna wait till we do a phone call. I'm gonna start smacking in Zach here, all right? I'm gonna wait. Zach, just know it. I'm gonna be in your ear. In your ear, Zach. In your ear. Pause. See, I paused that one. But nah, thank y'all for pulling up this morning. As we dive into today's motivational moment, man, I kind of just want to lighten up the mood because I don't have nothing bad today. I don't have like no sad story, none of that. I want to tell y'all what's really happening in life, not just for me, but for a lot of people that's surrounded, that's in my circle, right? And it's like we've kind of faced this week of just test, right? Not necessarily stuff that's meant to take you out, but test, like the really kind of push you to a level of focus, a level of dedication that's gonna cause you to either tap out, renege, or keep pushing forward. And my circle, I'm gonna tell you some people that I've had some conversations this week, and people are just kind of like, man, you what you said last week about faith and staying true, being patient. Things don't happen on our timing because our timing is never the right timing, right? Those things have resonated with me because the very thing that God was given to me to, share with you all, you know, those very things I was tested in. So, quick little rundown, y'all. Y'all know I got to see my kids this weekend. And man, that was probably like the highlight of my transition so far. I hadn't been able to be with my kids since I left Virginia in February, the end of February. So that's a long time. My babies, we got to hang out with them, had them in the pool. They had so much fun, man. But my son said something so simple, and it wasn't what he said, it's how he said it. And he was like, he said, "Dad, I'm happy for you." And when he said it, my son just turned 7. And I had to think back. I was like, what did I do? What did I do so special to get my son, to get energy from my son like that? Like, my son is 7 years old. They don't get to watch my show every day. They don't get to tune in every day. We talk every day, but they don't get to tune in and watch my show every day. But the drive to continue to wake up every morning and to get in front of this camera and to talk sports, but also just inspire people from an authentic standpoint is not easy. Everything isn't easy, you know, just because I'm in front of a camera. And so I looked at my son, I said, "Thank you, boy. You know, thank you, son." And I appreciated that in that moment. And I want us to take a moment today to appreciate the small things in life. I don't have a scripture or anything. I just want to encourage you. Appreciate the small things in life. There's a lot of small things that we overlook. We feel like they're supposed to happen. Waking up in the morning, going to work every day, logging into work every day. Go to work and get paid. Like, we expect certain things to happen. We expect to breathe when we wake up. We expect to be able to walk, or whatever our physical capacities are. We expect these things mentally. We look over, man. We don't become appreciative. We get complacent. We get passive about some things, right? And so I want to encourage you today. The moment you take a second and you sit back and you really think like, man, I'm grateful for breath in my body. I'm really grateful for, you know, being able to walk. I'm able to get out of my bed on my own. I'm able to fix some golden biscuits, you know, put some golden biscuits in the oven. And like, I have a place that I can cook. You know, I have bills that I can pay. I have a job to pay my bills. Like, if you start looking at life that way, you'll start to see things start to turn around for you. And it don't take a long time for you to really see the bright side in things. A lot of people live in a world or live in a time where everything seems to be just so hard. And when I say hard, I mean, like, it's a struggle to do anything. It's a struggle to even find peace. You get what I'm saying? But the moment you start focusing on trying to turn that thing and speak life into it, meaning being appreciative for having the opportunity to have that problem, like, that's a blessing to be alive and to have a problem. You know, a lot of people don't have that opportunity. So if I had to encourage you today with this short words of encouragement, man, be appreciative for the small things. My young son, 7 years old, just, out of nowhere, "Dad, I'm happy for you." And I think I honestly my heart wants to believe that my son was saying he was proud of me, you know. And for my 7-year-old, my baby boy, to be on that type of time, and if he can appreciate the small things in life, see the small things that probably don't matter to everybody else, for him to see that and to say, "Dad, I'm happy for you," you know. And I know they was happy to be out there in the country. They got to, man, run around in them fields. They was in that pool. The dogs out there, they love it. They love it. So I know he was happy, but for us to be on the way to the store and to have that moment, that was a highlight of my transition. My daughter, just one of the most loving little girls you gonna ever meet. Everybody she meets, she wants them to be friends. Everybody that comes around her, she's trying to incorporate everybody. And even her demeanor this weekend was just inspiring. Like, my kids really enjoy the small things in life. They don't need all that extra stuff like some of us do. They have the small things that they appreciative for. And it's the mindset of children, innocent mindsets of children, that really bring us back down to earth. And so I encourage you all to appreciate all the small things in life. I mean, every small thing, y'all, every small thing. Shout out to my sister for pulling up. Saying I seen K Spray, I seen your comment. Today wasn't promised. Thank God for being alive in it. You know what? Some people, I'm gonna say this. You definitely right, K Spray. Some people, they don't understand that, misery is only what you're allowed to be. Like tests and trials and heartache is what you're allowed to be. And we're human. We're supposed to feel. We're supposed to process these things though and start to find a way to create a better to operate. And I've really focused on that. And I don't care, man. If God allows me the opportunity to live through a test or live to see a solution, I'm going to be grateful for it, and just like the background music is saying, we gonna be all right, man. You just got to see things in a different light. Start training your mind to be disciplined to see things in a different light and be appreciative for the small things. It's easier to find the big things to be appreciative for, but there's small building blocks you have to use to get to that big picture, right? So if you don't appreciate the small building blocks, you might misplace something. You might indirectly misplace some happiness, some frustration, some emotional reactions. But when you pay attention to the small things, you can be precise in how you deliver your reactions, your response to all these things. So I just want to encourage you, appreciate the small things in life. I really think God has placed us in this moment to be appreciative for all those things and the small things in our life. So thank you all for that. And that was your inspirational moment for the morning. Now, before we jump into the show, all my AAA members that renewed, I seen y'all going crazy yesterday. We had like 8 or 9 people renew yesterday. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't renewed, please renew because you're missing out on this. And this is what I want to do. I want to thank you for being a AAA member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook will be preferred. And we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA SOS. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you all my AAA family. Listen, and I want you to know, everybody that saw all my mods, man, and I'm going to do this live. I'm going to do this live. All my mods, I'm going to do this live. Marquita, I'm going to stop the music because this is big. Listen, so your boy had a need, right? Your boy had a need, and God had me up at like 3 o'clock this morning, y'all. Like just up. And I was looking at some things. I was lining up some things. I was like, all right, am I going to have to take a few days off the show to go and, go back home? And cause I literally got ways to make money when I go home. Like when I need money, I got ways to make money. And it's usually, a Thursday through Sunday type thing. I find churches to play for that need help. They take care of me real good. And that was something that I thought I was going to be coming back closer this way to do, And I want to tell y'all, man, I had a need. And I reached out to my moderators and I told them what was up. I said, look, I want to continue. I didn't say go in details, but in my mind, I was like, I want to continue to have the morning show and do the content and, continue to provide inspiration. But God, there's nothing for me to do right now to be in that space and provide the quality content that the people, the communities come to like and still be able to handle these things. So I reached out to my family, man, and I told them what the need was. And I want to let y'all know, man, that y'all have really blessed your boy. It's not even about the amounts. It's literally just the attention, the attention that's paid to this community and to embrace it as your own and to treat this community and what's driving this community as if it's your own. I am greatly appreciative of it. And I had to say that publicly. I am not ashamed. I am nowhere near where I want to be when it comes to what we're doing with this network. We're nowhere near. This is just the beginning. And in the beginning stages, things can get rocky, and I could be prideful and not ask for help. But there's a reason why I have moderators. There's a reason why I have KT as my manager. There's a reason why I have a network of people to bounce ideas off of and kind of just dialogue with to see what would be the next thing, right? And of course, always being led by God. And God released me to reach out to my senior mods, my community. And I appreciate y'all for all the responses, man. Even the responses were encouraging, like the text messages, like everybody got my personal number. The text messages were just encouraging. Like my energy this morning is due to my family, my AAA family, dialing in and really seeing the need, not necessarily something that was, of tangible or anything, but to understand my heart and know where my heart is for this network and what we're doing. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I am appreciative. And like my boy Matt Farm said, he said, beginnings are shaky. Faith is very important in changing situations. Facts. Y'all know what I went through. Y'all went through it with me when we left the other channel. Oh, we got fired. Let's make sure we saying it right. When we got fired from the other channel, right? It wasn't an easy thing to accept, and I could have just bowed out and went back to the 9 to 5. But I know I have been given an assignment, and I'm ready to thrive in it. So thank you all, AAA family, for doing what you do. Continue to support the channel. I'm telling you, this is not the end of what we're. This is the very beginning. We haven't even tapped into what God is going to do with Coach Smook Network, the AAA family, and everything that we stand for. Just wait. That tailgate is going to change lives. I have an idea in my mind that when we had this BAMA Georgia tailgate, I have this vision in my mind that fans from both fan bases. I mean, I have Tennessee fans, Notre Dame fans, Michigan fans, like people that's in the South that really just want to continue to do something great, man. As far as a fan community, I have those people they want to come and be a part of what we're doing. They don't have nothing to do with Alabama football. It's just Coach Smook Network, and the AAA family is so inviting. It's so real. It's so authentic, and people love it. People love it. So it only gets better from here. Just like Cindy says, and Matt Farn says, a strong survivor. We're only strengthened by the one and only God, the one and only true God, and that's Jesus. And that's who strengthened us, and that's who we're going to continue to lean on. And I appreciate y'all for sharing that with me. So yes, I love y'all. Thank y'all for covering me, like Nicole said. Thank y'all for covering me. Marquita, I see you, sis. You always gonna get a special shout out from your brother. Everything you do, she be ready. You always gonna get a special shout out. You always gonna get a special shout out. And shout out to KT, boss lady, man. Y'all know she works extra hard overtime, keeping my mind locked in. Like she really is a personal coach that I needed in this time. A personal advisor, somebody that I need to lean on during this transition. She's really kept me helped me keep my focus. So I thank y'all for that. And I know I take a lot of time thanking y'all and all that stuff, but that's what I'm about, man. I'm all about my community. Man, listen, big news while we transition into business. Once you hear that beat, it's time to get down to business. But big news, man, we got to talk with Miss Markeisha Montgomery, Rock Montgomery's mother. She's going to be joining the show. I don't know if it's going to be this Thursday because they in the middle of working. He's doing his thing, getting ready for this upcoming season, just moving into his apartment. Shout out to young Rock getting out of them freshman dorms, right? Getting out of them freshman dorms into the apartments. That's always a good transition. And my boy Bino already saying it wasn't meant to be for you on that other channel. You have bigger things in front of you. Facts, Shane. And you gonna be you're gonna be along for the ride, bro. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. I promise you, man. It is going to be one of those things where this network is really going to change lives for the better. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's doubting it, keep doubting. Honestly, that fuels me more than the people that's clapping for us. The doubters, just like Jalen Miro, that link, that thing, it resonates with me. That's why the moment I get an opportunity to get him to come on and we have a sit down, best believe I'm gonna get him to dive into that link, because I still don't think the world, the college fan community, doesn't understand what that link really stands for. All right. Hey, Jordan, I didn't watch it live, but I definitely watch the and I was going to react to it. I wasn't going to watch it live. I was going to give y'all my reaction to Roll Tide Willie and on Casa Net with Kevin Hart and Drewski. Man, that was some funny stuff. If you haven't seen it, it's about to be viral. Roll Tide Willie started tripping. My cousin started tripping. I'm telling you, my cousin started tripping, really started tripping. And Kev and the fellas, they had to get him up out of there, man. He was off for that Tide. He ain't give a piss about nothing on that stream but the Tide, man. That was some funny stuff. So if y'all haven't said, you said Terrion invented, like, you know what's crazy? Terrion, Caleb Downs, and Jalen Milroe were the ones that came up with. You got to watch the story on it, Moonrocker. They all came together, and Milroe and Terrion were the head of, but Caleb Downs was part of that too. It was a lot because you remember a lot of people didn't think a true freshman could come in and start for Coach Saban like and perform like he did. So he had a lot of that link in him too. Wish he could have stayed, man. That would have been, imagine Caleb Downs in this defense. Oh my God. Jarvis said the whole live was hilarious. I believe it, man. But let's jump into some sports news, y'all. We're kind of just going to bounce all over the place with college football, especially in regards to recruiting. I want y'all to check this out. Today is a big day for my hometown, my city. You know, I'm from Phoenix City, Alabama, and we actually have a highly touted recruit making an announcement today. Mal Waldrop of Phoenix City, Central Phoenix City, in Phoenix City, Alabama. He will be making his announcement today. He will be making his commitment announcement today. I'm not sure. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know where this young man is going. I talked with some people that's close to him. Briefly was able to speak with some of the staff that's surrounding him. Y'all know I'm a Central alum. I claim Russell County, but I graduated from Central Phoenix City, and got to talk to some people around him, and he's really holding this thing down. And I know y'all see this. I don't want y'all to get this mixed up. If he comes out and there's a Cal College over there in the Plains, right? If there's a Cal College over in the Plains that gets his interest, it's because he's that one off. He's that one off of a generational. This is where my dad went. This is where my granddad went. Just like Caleb is talking about. He will be that one off. He's not worried about that. He's looking for the opportunity to grow himself. Me personally, I think with his skill set and his growth, his ceiling, he'll come to Bama and it will be a journey for him, and it will be a successful journey. But Clemson also has opportunities for this young man, and do not be surprised if Auburn can get his attention. And that was something that was sent to me. It was a statement that was made, and and I hope he doesn't pull an Auburn. Listen, and I'm not an insider. I'm not a beat writer. I'm a content creator, and this is what I do. I react to stuff, and I'm gonna keep it real. Mal, for the city, I need to go full screen on this. For the city, Mal, please don't go to Auburn. Please don't. Please let the rumors and stuff that I was hearing last night, please let that just be some wishful thinking. Maybe some Auburn fan in the barbershop on the west side was pumping, sunshine pumping, and trying to get some reactions out of my Bama fans, my Bama brothers that was in that barbershop. But yeah, I hope, Mal, you see my eyes? Don't do it, brother. If you go to Clemson, we fine. If you kind of have Alabama, even better. Please, Mal, do not go to Auburn. I do not want that for you, son. I do not want to cheer against you. I do not want to cheer against you for the next 4 years. You Phoenix City, one of the finest to come through there. Your father was one of the GOATs, man. So don't do that to us. All right. So Mal Waldrop, we also should be you from Opelika, Rob Baker. Man, we did y'all dirty my senior year. Y'all was supposed to beat us my senior year, 07, 08. Y'all was supposed to beat us. He's a 3-star right now, and that's the crazy. He's a highly touted 3-star. This young man is definitely going to end up being a highly touted 4-star, highly ranked 4-star before it's all said and done. Not a big camp kid, but definitely turn on that film. You see why Central leans on this young man in that offensive line unit that they have developed over there. Dawson Merritt is another name to be looking out. we might get a commitment. I couldn't remember if they said June 13th or July 13th, but it's the 11th of June. I've seen some things. I've seen some things in recruiting, some message board stuff that was kind of forwarded to me off of not BAMA message board, but Nebraska's message board. I was able to get some of their message board material, and they're not feeling real confident about pulling Dawson. I think as Dawson's visit really made a difference. And you know, this past weekend's visits, we saw a lot of committed guys that are committed, highly touted guys that are committed elsewhere, 4 stars, 5 stars that are committed elsewhere, or we're getting crystal ball elsewhere after Saban transition. We see a lot of those guys starting to lean back towards Alabama. And if y'all don't remember, I need y'all to remember one thing. What's up, James Knox? I need y'all to remember one thing. When I was on the other channel, I told y'all, and this is a saying, and I don't care what nobody say, act like you didn't hear me say it first, but I said this, and Brody Smook will tell you, if we can get them to visit now that we have a full staff in line, we got KALEN DEBOER has got a good idea of the footprint, right? Freddie Roach and those guys have coached, and Gillespie have coached these guys up. Jatavius Sanders, Courtney Morgan, what's the other one? I forget. Ellis Ponder, all those senior guys in that player personnel division. Those guys have really put their foot to the ground, and they're pushing. They're making those visits welcoming. Duke Johnson, man, shout out to Duke Johnson. He keep me in the loop. Luke Metz keep me in the loop. These guys, I built these relationships, and I'm telling you guys, we need to start getting some D linemen in the fold for the 2025. And do you not see how many defensive linemen we have right now on this roster? Right now? And I guarantee you, early signing day, we'll get 1 or 2 flips. I can see that happening. We'll get 1 or 2 defensive lineman flips. But right now, I see Dawson Merritt, Dejon Lee coming up soon. I think Dejon Lee is ours. I'm telling you, I'm still 98% on Dejon Lee. I'm still 98%. Still 98% on Dejon. I think we've kind of turned the tide on Dawson. And I think the Naeem Oford visit, I think we got him thinking. I haven't put enough together. I see a whole bunch of craziness, a whole bunch of different stuff about Oford and you know, from different fan bases. I got a beat writer that's rocks heavy with Ohio State, and he was telling me, man, this kid is just up in the air right now. It's one of those things where he's gotten to see what Alabama really has to offer. Mo Lindquist is a great delivery. He has great delivery when he's talking to these recruits and their families. The Chuck McDonald commitment, we talked about all these commitments that we got this past weekend, the 2 commitments we got this past weekend with Mike Carroll and Chuck McDonald. Like, these coaches are really able to connect with these families and get them to buy into a process, right? We're not saying that you're a true freshman, you're a highly touted 5-star, 4-star kid who's going to come to Bama and play his first year. But if he sticks around for his sophomore year with what we're trying to transition this team to wholly, as we respect and build value for the guys that stuck through the Saban transition, your child has a chance to be a part of the initial era that's going to be the next great era of Alabama football. That's the message. That's the message. And nobody in this country is going to, if your child is listening to you, if Jarvis, say for instance, maybe why Merritt committed to Miami, but they both play on the same. Right. But I'm going to tell you this, Jarvis. Listen, this is what I'm going to ask you this. If you get a coach like KALEN DEBOER, who just was playing in the national championship last year, he gets to come to Alabama now. And now he has the staff. He has Courtney Morgan, the best team manager, right, in the game right now, putting all these super staffs together, putting these super teams together, getting in the recruiter. And Courtney Morgan loving Alabama right now. Tell y'all, I've heard a lot of parents talk about how this is probably his most fun stop in his career. And when you have those type of things where he's kind of setting the tone for what the next manager is going to be, you talking about longevity here, 6+ years. Hopefully we can hold on to this staff, KALEN DEBOER, Courtney Morgan, all of the above. You get what I'm saying? But you look at Courtney Morgan and the fun that he's having with these recruits, the type of connections that are being made. I think he realizes that the Alabama brand has a different touch, has a different feel when you're able to rock it and represent it, right? You get what I'm saying? And that's what we're enjoying right now with Alabama football. So, yeah, Bama sells itself, but when you got somebody that could talk that talk, K-Spray, and walk that walk and talk that talk, listen, it's a different type of game. It's a different type of game when it comes to recruiting. Shout out to the 117 in the chat, man. We got 44 live on Twitter. We got 73 on YouTube. Listen, that's crazy. We usually have more on Twitter. But today, y'all showing up on YouTube. Make sure you're dropping them likes. Make sure you're sharing it. Let's get the likes up. We want 100 likes before the end of this stream. I think we're going to go 3 hours today. I really think we're going to be able to go 3 hours today. I want to go 3 hours because we only got to do an hour yesterday. I feel like I cheated y'all on that live yesterday, but I definitely had to get off the phone. I had to talk to Miss Montgomery, and then I talked with 2 recruits that I'm telling y'all stop watching my Twitter. No, not y'all, but tell everybody that's mad at me. Stop watching my Twitter if you think you're going to get actual information when I tweet something. Come to the live streams. Come to the lives. Turn up with us. Show some love to the AAA family. Let your comments be seen. Greg, welcome in this morning. AAA, my family. Listen, Greg, I don't know if you saw it last time, but we got the picture up there. Y'all, this is the new AAA banner. Did I show this one yet? I don't think I showed this one yet. This is the new one. I made an edit. Y'all remember the triple powered by AAA fam? That was down at the bottom. I moved everything down. I think this is a lot better. You know, what y'all think? Y'all think this look better than the other layout? Y'all give me some feedback. Caleb down there with his old lady. I see you. We got a whole bunch of Matt in there. See Gary out there, Jay, Antoine, JB in that mug. Brett. I see you, Auntie Janet. Anybody heard from Auntie Janet? I ain't heard from Auntie Janet in a few days, y'all. Y'all check on Auntie. We got everybody on this mug. Got Danny Crimson Blood 2022 up in his mug. Got OG Gil. Gil been working heavy. I talked to him yesterday. Got Coach Carr right there in the center. She just got an inviting face. Y'all see that smile in the center? She just got an inviting smile. People gonna want their picture on the banner because of her. You know what I'm saying? Look at Cindy. I gotta pull Cindy and Quaisha picture up a little bit, right? Got to pull their picture up a little bit. Can't have Cindy pretty smile covered up. But listen, it's a family affair, y'all. Y'all know it's a family affair. I'm all about my family. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for supporting. But what else we got in sports news? That's recruiting. Celtics and Mavericks. Come on, give me my crap right now. Give me my crap, and we're not gonna dive into it crazy because y'all know tonight we got a show tonight. We won't have a call-in show tonight, but we do have a show tonight. And myself and the co-host KT will be hosting our show tonight. And she's going to bring all the sports world news topics, and we're going to discuss them. She's going to be bringing her angle. It's going to be a good show because y'all know KT. She big on her softball, baseball, and that WNBA. And right now, all that drama surrounding CC is something that she's just fed up with. So y'all gonna get her take on that. But let's talk about the playoffs. Talk about the playoffs real quick. I'm hurt my boy Kyrie being down 2-0. I told y'all, listen, my only reason for picking the Mavs to take it in 5 was because I figured that. Now you keep going. I just wanted to make sure it come up when you're not. But I figured that Kyrie on the defensive side, he started showing that he was committed to playing defense. That's not been the case. And I told y'all if Kyrie can play defense and still be be effective on offense, the Mavericks could pull away with this one. They could still win it in Boston, and they could pull away with this one. I see the coaching skills of Boston's coach. I'm trying to pull up the stats from last night. Or from the other day. It wasn't last night. That was Sunday night. Trying to pull up the stats. Here we go. Playoffs. Let's get to it. All right. Let's go to the box score here. Dallas just can't match up with the Celtics. They too long and got the best defensive point guard in the league. That's what I said, Dino. That's what I said. And Dino, I don't know if you was in here the other day, but the Celtics, they're so like lengthwise, they're long, pause, right? Yeah, Jarvis, me too. Me too. Me too. But the Celtics on the perimeter, they probably shown the best perimeter defense in playoffs that I've seen thus far. But let's look at these stats, man. I'm gonna get screenshots up because I think I got a revenue share warning last time when I didn't just screenshot it. Anytime I have a ESPN logo or something live on my channel, they can demonetize us. So I'm not gonna chance that today. We ain't doing that. We need all our coins, right? AAA family, we need all them coins. And I'm gonna pull up the percentages here. That's crazy that Tim Hardaway Jr. has been pushed out the lineup for Dallas. I mean, just a horrible showing this season from what I've been told and been watching. So let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna try to screenshot it like this. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm gonna try to screenshot it to where we got everything in the graphic. There we go. Percentages and all. 105 to 98. The Celtics. Whoever calls Celtics in 6, you might got me. And I don't mind eating crow. Neither one. My team not in here, so I like good basketball. And we've seen some tough matchups in this playoffs. We've seen some good matchups in this playoffs. I honestly believe that Dallas may pull one at home based off of how they're playing, but you can't never call it with Luka and Kyrie, man. You can't never call it with those guys. And then their role players have not been performing. Let's look at Dallas's stats from last night, right? Here we go. I picked the Celtics at 6. You was right, man. You ain't got no contest from me. I believe you. I believe. So let's talk about it. Let me full screen it. I ain't got to be on the screen. And then let me take the sports news banner down. Can you see that one? I got it. I'm gonna take the ticker from the bottom too. Now we can leave the ticker up. Look bad on the ticker. Ticker look straight. All right. So PJ Washington came in with the 40 minutes, and PJ Washington been playing some solid minutes for Dallas. I don't think they're working him in the offensive side enough. All of his hustle points, rebounds, they gotta get him the ball more. You see, he's a good free throw shooter. Give it to him in the paint more often. Now, Jones Jr. is somebody that I don't see them using him off the ball as much. You know, he's a hustle player, scrappy player. Get him in off the ball action. They haven't been having much big man success, right? You look at Lively coming in 19 minutes, 2 points. Only totaling out 7 total rebounds, right? Gafford only getting 9. That's bad when your point guard, your guards are just about averaging just as many total rebounds as your big guys. So that's telling you something. One, that the Celtics are shooting lights out, and 2, that the Dallas big men aren't helping. They aren't contributing to the success of the team. But once again, bench play from Dallas, no effect. And it may be the fact that they're playing away. They're playing in Boston, which is a hard arena to play in, right? That's a hard crowd to play in front of. But you look at the 3-point percentage. 6 of 26, y'all. 6 of 26. That is crazy. 23.1%. 23% from the line. I mean, from the 3-point line. You won't beat anybody like that. Let me take the ticker off. You won't beat anybody like that. You can get away with 47% field goal percentage, but you won't get away with 26 threes and only hitting 6 of them with any team in the NBA. Very far and few, right? Other team got to be shooting horrible. They're passing the ball. You see 21 assists on 98 points, right? They're passing the ball. Defense is not there, but a lot of these steals, Luka is doing a lot of this on his own. But the turnovers, look at the turnovers for them. 17 total turnovers. Or is that 15? That's 15. And they can't stay out of foul trouble. 17 total fouls for the team. Now let's look at the Celtics. Here we go. Celtics box score. Jason Tatum coming in with the 18 points. Once again, not having to do a lot on the offense because they're learning how to play off of him, right? Still having some shooting trouble from the field, and they're picking up the slack for him. Drew Holiday steps up. You see how the first game 1, it was Jaylen Brown was the lead scorer. Now look who else steps up. And then White, you know, he's going to play good off of him. This is an 8-man rotation, and they're solid. Their bench comes out with what's that? 17 total points, playing 3 guys off the bench. Dallas only is able to generate doggone 9 points off the bench. So you lose that battle, right? You lose that battle. Look at the free throw percentage, 95% from the field, from the free throw line for the Celtics. Dallas 66.7. You gotta hit free throws. You're getting to the line, you gotta hit them. Celtics went 19 to 20 from the line. Dallas went 16 to 24. You hit at least 5 of those free throws, you probably put yourself in a different situation for how you approach the offensive side of the ball. Kristaps Porzingis is probably the MVP, the unsung hero of the Celtics. His minutes off the bench are definitely needed. Playing 23 minutes with his injury history, that's a solid, fresh run for my guy Porzingis. But yeah, this Celtics squad is more rounded, and you got to think these are guys. They still got the young guy Springer that I like to see. You get what I'm saying? When he has his minutes, another energy player. But this is an 8-man rotation. This is how they've been running all year. You see their starting 5. They got 3 guys that play heavy minutes, and they really lean on those other guys to really play off of each other. Drew is the MVP. Oh, snap. Dino just said, let me go. Did he just say that? Drew is MVP so far? Facts. I got to see just a little clip, a few clips of Drew Holiday's performance. Even last series. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me fix my mic. Even last series, Drew was putting in work, and this is a veteran guy. This is a veteran guy that's played in multiple arenas, played in multiple high stake games, so called, clutch games, and he's been able to produce his whole career. He's always been a solid 1B, 1C option for offense, and always been a lockdown perimeter defender as a guard. So yeah, I really think these guys, Celtics, have found their niche with this series, and it's going to take something crazy from Dallas to see them get back in this series. I'm telling you right now, the Celtics, if they steal game 3, game 5 in Boston, they're going to bring it home. If they steal game 3, if they still won in Dallas, doesn't necessarily have to be game 3. If they still won in Dallas, they're winning game 5 at home. Dallas has to win both of these games at home in order to jump into this, get back into this series. They can't just win one and then lose the second one, and then go back to Boston thinking that they're going to come back to Dallas. No, you have to win both of these to make this series, to give yourself a chance. You're going to need 7 games, Dallas. You're going to need 7 games to beat this team. They're showing their hometown advantage, their home court advantage. They are really striving on that. Shout out to Walt Albright pulling up in the chat, man. Whoa. Pick up that AAA membership. Go ahead, pick that thing back up, brother. We miss you in the family. We miss you. Get that birth certificate. Kyle, how you feeling today? Jarvis, how you feeling, my boy? He said he prayed Dallas get together. Yeah, because I ain't bet no money. I'm glad I didn't. They really have not showed up. In true fashion, just like Dallas does. Let me jump into the comments before we go into our first break. And then when we come back, we're going to dive into the SEC schedule. Bama's SEC schedule talk. Week 1 of SEC play for the football season. We're opening up against our friendly foes. I think, you know what? I'm gonna say this about Georgia. They're not our rivals from a traditional standpoint. But as far as the powers to be of the SEC and of college football, Georgia has definitely become our rival, and rightfully so. They are literally doing everything we was doing in 2009 and 2012. They're doing it with the two national championships back to back, being close to a third one, finally going through some type of transition with a lot of guys leaving, but also returning some quality talent that's not necessarily veteran or proven, but they have talented guys on their roster. Can't wait to dive into that conversation, but let's jump in the comments. Let me go up. As always, the team with the most Dominant impactful former Washington Wizard wins the title. Porzingis 2, Gafford 0. No Gafford, no Dubs, no rings. Chill out, man. Ain't no Wizards, former Wizards got nothing to do with it, man. Jays, you funny, man. Gary, how you feeling, brother? Welcome in this morning. Welcome in. Drew is a champion. He knows what it takes. You absolutely right, Rod. I've always been a Drew Holiday fan. I've always been a Drew Holiday fan. What else we got? I pray Dallas gets it together. Cynthia in the chat. Yes. All right, now, Dallas role players being garbage. Facts. 100% Nico. Hey, Nixo, I seen you on Twitter, man. Pull up on me, man. I need you to inbox me, man. I need you to inbox me. Talk to me. I gotta holler at you real quick, my boy. But listen, chat, take another opportunity. If you haven't, take another opportunity to become a member of the AAA family. You want to know how to do it? This is how you do it. Take it away. Here we go. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook, or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook, will be preferred, and we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions, and welcome to the family. AAA SOS. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Listen, so hot topic of the season, y'all. Y'all know what it is. And it's something that we've been ready to dive into. I think it's probably, if we had to rank topics, right? Can y'all hear me good? If we had to rank topics of games that's important to us, games that we feel like going to make the season, right, coming up, I think we all can agree. We all can agree between both fan bases, Alabama versus Georgia in week 4 of the season is going to be the game of the year off top. That is going to be one of the first big games of the year that the world is going to have their eyes on. The world of college football is going to have their eyes on this game. I'm going to bring up the schedule, right? And it's crazy that we did this. It's crazy that our schedule looks like this. But before we jump into the game, I want y'all to remember. Take an opportunity to RSVP. We have 2 spots still left, 2 spots. And I think, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and take the number up. I think we're going to add 10 more spaces. The closer we get to 100, I'm going to just do 10. And once we get to 100, we'll cap it at 100. But we have 2 more spots available, guys. I'm telling y'all. And y'all don't want to miss out on this. Y'all don't want to miss out on this event. The anticipation for this event is definitely high. It's higher than what we're used to. You get what I'm saying? Like, for an event of this caliber, you don't usually get this type of response with a young network or young community like ours. We're a community of about 245, 250 people deep. Probably like 120, 125 active members, people that check in, once or twice a week, or people that tune into the show, they comment. They might not be able to catch the live, but they'll come in after. People that actually contribute and become members of the channel. We actually have 143 active members as of yesterday. Some people haven't renewed their memberships yet, but we have 146 active members right now, part of the channel. So don't miss out on the opportunity to RSVP for this event. September 28th is the actual event day, but we will be doing a meet and greet September 27th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time at Shrimp Basket down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Is right there on the main, right there off of, I think that's McFarland. When you come into town, it's right there off of that. Good food, great food. They're gonna have some good drinks for us. They're gonna have a good space for us, real homey feeling, great staff. So we're gonna take care of those people when we come in. Come in ready to tip these people. I love those people over at Shrimp Basket. Shout out to them. I might look to get a sponsorship out of that thing, because that fish, that fried sway was something serious. But we ain't gonna talk about food. Y'all know I get to talking about food, I get distracted. All right. Now, let's go over here to this schedule, man. Let's open it up. Let's start talking about the basics of this. Let's start talking about what this schedule looks like. Why does this schedule look like this? And I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot it. First 4 games of the season. We're gonna dive into the first 3 real quick and kind of build up a timeline of what we expect, right, from the first 4 games of the season. And I probably need to move my camera now. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this while we here. Go ahead and edit this. Boom. Boom. I like this setup here. Boom. All right, we can go just like this. Boom. Y'all like that? Change up. Ooh, on me. All right, so as you can see, we got Western Kentucky, August 31st. Shout out to my pops. That's his birthday, August 31st. My mom, my dad, my oldest sister, myself, boss lady, and a few more in the chat are going to be there for the Western Kentucky game. It's a home game. First home opener we've had in a while. And shout out to my doggone senior moderator, Bino. Listen, he's already brought it up. When you hit exclamation event, this is going to bring up, only the moderators can do this though. It's going to bring up this bot risk response, right? And it's going to provide the link for you to RSVP. Like I said, right now it's only 2 more slots. Once they fill up, I'll open it back up and open it up again, and we'll make sure we announce it so that more people can come to the tailgate event. But jumping into the schedule, BAMA versus UGA. We're breaking it down. We're going to open this thing up, talk about the timelining up to the game. So we got Western Kentucky opening weekend. I think that's going to be a good game, more so for our defense. Is going to be, I feel like our offense is going to have a showing. This is going to be an early telltale sign of where Jalen Miro's comfortability is with this offensive scheme, and then the play calling style that we're going to see from this staff going forward. I don't think they're going to come in and be vanilla. I think they're going to put everything to his test, challenge him to see things. You can expect this Western Kentucky defense to dial up a lot of pressure. Most teams, they try to play it safe. Oh, you gonna be at USF? I really want to be at the USF game too. I might just do that one on some incognito stuff, and whoever want to show up. I think Piano Man is going to be at the USF game. But yeah, Western Kentucky, I think that's going to be one of those games. They're going to dial up a lot of pressure. And then I think we'll come out of that one 30-plus point lead, 30-plus point win. So score projection, off rip defense, probably going to be able to force 2 or 3 turnovers because they are going to throw the ball. They are going to try to spread us out, going to create opportunities for turnovers. The athleticism doesn't match, right? We kind of overmatched them, overpowered them with the athleticism. But with a new scheme, we're going to see a few early bumps with our defense. And Jordan, that's what I'm talking about. Jordan, you were supposed to write me too. I'm mad at you, Jordan. I'm mad at you, Jordan. You were supposed to write me. I thought you was my little bro. I thought you had love for me, and you still ain't wrote me. I know you big time and everything. You just big time musician, recording, engineering stuff. But we supposed to be getting this band together for the tailgate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Shouts out to my guy. Western Kentucky versus Alabama. Alabama versus Western Kentucky. I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna say 63-6. 63. Nah, because I think Western Kentucky will be able to sneak one in, especially when we get the second string guys in. Those young guys, they probably gonna throw a double move at somebody. I don't know. But our D line is going to disrupt so much. Western Kentucky, let's go 63-13. 63-13 Bama versus Western Kentucky. No disrespect, Western Kentucky. I know y'all already cashed that check anyways. USF, that is a home game that I think Jalen Milroe has circled. One, because he had staff members last year that really didn't care to come to his aid and encourage him throughout that process. He's kind of went through it on his own with the help of some of his brothers on the team. Coach Saban was probably the only staff member that really poured into him and encouraged him. That's a good thing, especially looking back now. You look at the offensive staff retained. Coach G is the only one from the previous offensive staff that was retained. All right. King Family React said he gonna be at all of them. King, you already know what time it is, brother. But yeah. So USF game, I think this is a personal one from Jalen, but also for our defense, they was able to hold their team to keep them. They didn't score any touchdowns last year. So that'll probably be something that Malachi Moore, Deontay Lawson, Jaheim Otis, Tim Keenan, the leaders on that team, Ja Latham, the veteran guys on that defense, they're going to be looking to maintain that streak. 2 years in a row, we was able to keep y'all from getting in our end zone, right? So I look at this USF game. The offense is really going to be tested. They have They have a head coach who was the former defensive coordinator at Tennessee, and that's why I think we were so prepared for Tennessee. We saw a lot of Alex. I think is that Alex Grinch. I think is his name. We saw a lot of his scheme in USF's defense ran against us early in the season, and we saw how it gave Buckner and Ty Simpson problems. We saw that defense really do some things. Our O-line was still shaky, which preferably. I think our O-line is going to be solid this year. It's still some unknowns there at the left tackle position, where I think Caden Proctor is doing everything he needs to do, dropping that weight to get back in place to be in that spot. Wilkin Formby at right tackle. We got Jaden Roberts and Tyler Booker, the best guard duo in the country right now. I feel like they're going to be ready. Parker Bradford ready to see what his new playing weight is. I think they're trying to get him up to that 290, 285, 290 range, right? Definitely got to get him a little bit bigger. 275, 280 is not going to cut it in the SEC. No, sir. No, ma'am. So USF game, I'm calling a 41 to 12, and that's 4 field goals. 4 field goals is what USF is going to have to settle for against this Bama team. Wisconsin game, we going to Madison. Right? It's an early game. We hate those games. So that Wisconsin game is definitely going to be a tough one. Getting up for it, being away. My thing is, how does Kalen DeBoer juice this team up early? Usually the way you juice a team up early is you let the offense fly, right? You dial it up, right? You dial it up. Marquita, run some of these comments. I'm looking at some of them, but I can't catch them because they going crazy. But you look for them to open it up, full throttle. My boy Young Nico said, I think Park can handle it. He held his own against Texas front four. I think he will too, but he's definitely gonna need some weight on him this year in the SEC. Can't wait to see Booker really lead the O-line. You know what's crazy, Jordan? Booker is probably the most outspoken, but the leader on that offensive line, believe it or not, is Jaden Roberts. And there's a young man that's very vocal, and that's starting to gain a lot of respect. And we kind of talked about him earlier, and that's Rock Montgomery. Those two are like are two peas in a pod, right? They are probably the hardest workers in that offensive line room, and that's not anything against the rest of them. Everybody in that old line room that I've been able to make personal contact with, I see them working their tails off. You know, I could speak on the lines of Rock Montgomery, Miles McVay, Jaden Roberts, Tyler Booker, Wilkin Formby. I could speak on the lines of Caden Proctor. I could speak on the lines of LT Bertrand. I could speak on the lines of Elijah Pritchard. I've seen these guys work. I didn't get to see Parker in the spring, you know, because he didn't participate in the spring. What's up, Blunt Conversation? Welcome in, my boy. Welcome in, family. But yeah, so this Wisconsin game, though, listen, the O-line is going to be heavily dependent on. I think this is going to be one of those games where when we get up early, if we can get 2 quick scores in the passing game, you know, using majority of the passing game, quick pass game, extension of the pass game with your screens and all that type of stuff. If the offense is humming, I think Alabama will use this game. Coach K and the board and the staff will use this game to really implement offensive schematics against an opponent, right? Against a defensive opponent that can kind of match up one deep across the board. They can just about match up one deep, and their scheme is very solid. Wisconsin traditionally has a solid scheme, so that'll be a game to watch. If I had to predict the score right there, I'm giving Alabama 31, Wisconsin 12. 31-12, something like that. Or maybe Wisconsin may be able to pull out a 14. They may be able to score once in the first quarter, first half, and a late score late. So I'm gonna go Bama, and I don't think Bama is going to be held under 30, under 40. So let me change that up. I'm gonna go Bama 45, Wisconsin 14. I could see that. Bama 45, Wisconsin 14. And these are all just way too early predictions. So we're not doing any deep analysis. We're just giving overall thoughts. Now, for the game that we're going to dive into today, and I'm going to open up the phone lines after I give my initial take on this, and we're going to do an extra hour on the show. So we can, everybody that has something to say about this Georgia game, pop in. Good morning, Mom. Listen, if you haven't already, make sure y'all show my parents some love, man. My parents have really been happy about being a part of this AAA family. This is not something that they're used to being a part of. They're new to even viewing sports coverage on YouTube, you know. And my dad, I think my dad was talking about somebody he seen on YouTube the other day. They was talking sports. He was like, man, that's what y'all be watching. And like, I honestly feel like I'm entertaining. My dad's entertained by what I do. Not just because I'm his son, but he said like family members are going back watching the live segments after they're done and calling him and talking about it. My mom was saying that they got some well-known pastor friends that are diehard Bama fans, and they watch my show. So if y'all watching right now, shouts out to y'all. I don't know. She didn't give a name. She said y'all would come out whenever y'all want to come out. But thank y'all for supporting. Blunt Conversation. Wisconsin not scoring. Nobody would. Blunt, you got to be realistic, man. You got to be realistic. Let's look at what Wisconsin is bringing back. They lost Colin Hitchler. You know, as we took them. I think they do provide a solid run game. They're going to play a pace game. Our offensive strikes are going to have to be quick if we want to put up numbers. And we're going to test them. We're going to test their over the top. They're probably one of the most disciplined secondaries, you know, historically. They don't ever have anybody that's just like, you know, catch your eyes. They just play well together. Wisconsin just plays well together traditionally. That's a culture that they built. And I think that's something that's going to continue to stand for them. So, but Georgia, let's jump into it, y'all. Let's jump into it. I'm going to go back to my full screen, and then we're going to open the phone line. I'm going to tell y'all what my take is with us versus Georgia, and it's going to be straight to the point. I don't think Kirby Smart's staff understands what's happened at Alabama. This will be their first glimpse at the new Bama regime, live action, right? And what this university thinks they know Alabama to be is no longer, and they don't know how by this time in the season, fourth game of the season, they will not even know how to gauge what this team is going to be on the offensive side. Defensively, Mike Bobo and this staff are going to have fits with the type of pressures that we're going to be sending. I believe Kane Womack will build systematically build week by week. We'll have building blocks where he goes, from first level, second level, dial ups, exotic stunts, four-man stunts to that Georgia game is going to be a lot of match man lock coverage on the back end, keeping those linebackers fitting in the gaps, right, for the run game, because we know Georgia's going to want to lean on the run. And then not necessarily having a spy for Beck, but having one of our athletic inside backer guys playing a lot of that middle of the field, passing stuff off, undercutting a lot of the crossers, taking away those lanes, those quick slant lanes that usually are there when we have the Saban coach defense, right? He's going to simplify it for these guys to play fast and be disruptive to one of the better quarterbacks in the league, Carson Beck. I know we don't like to give Carson Beck his props, but Carson Beck is a solid game manager. He's probably one of the best. I'm not going to say the best, but he's a solid game manager. Carson Beck against equal talent is where we have yet to see him excel. And we're going to see how he's developed when he comes in week 4. Clemson game for them is going to prep them for the type of competition that they're going to see against us, whether we want to admit it or not. So, Bama, Georgia, I still say we go out and we're going to really surprise Georgia. We're going to sock Georgia. I give us 41-18. 41-18. Alabama over Georgia. That's my way too early prediction without seeing the snap from any team. Alabama 40. As a matter of fact, bump that. Alabama 48. Alabama 48. Georgia 17. Alabama 48. Georgia 17. What y'all like of that? Kiss it. That's what I got to say about it. Kiss it. Write it down. That's my way too early prediction. Bama, Georgia. Okay, Jarvis, still in my answer. My boy, listen, that's crazy. And that's a realistic score. I'm not just blowing smoke. I really feel like that's the type of game it's going to be to wake Georgia up. Now, one thing about this, though, I'm going to tell y'all right now. One thing about this, Georgia loses the game like that early, one or two things is going to happen. And we have yet to see Kirby Smart be able to have the ladder. You saw the one year where they lost to LSU early and then they lost to Auburn. Georgia loses that game to us early. They might lose to Auburn. They might lose to Tennessee. And I think they also have Texas on their schedule, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at this schedule real quick. If I'm not mistaken, Georgia has Texas on their schedule too. So Georgia they have Auburn after us. That's crazy. So September 28th, they play us. Then they turn around next week and play Auburn. Oh, and then 2 weeks later, they play Texas. So Georgia, if they lose to us, they might lose to Auburn. They might lose to Texas and Tennessee. Man, Georgia might end up with 4 losses. Ole Miss won't beat Georgia. I started looking at the rosters a little bit. Georgia's returning a lot of talent this year. A lot of unproven talent, but I got confident that this team is going to give us something to look at, but we're going to surprise them. It's going to be a tough first quarter. Let's dive into it, though. Opening the phone lines. You can put the phone line banner up there. Phone line is open. 334-625-1121. Again, 334-625-1121. The phone line is open. Let's call in, and let's talk SEC schedule. We're breaking down the opening week of SEC play for Alabama football, which is going to be versus Georgia at home in T-Town. We will be having our tailgate. That's crazy, y'all. I wouldn't even think about that when we set up the tailgate. This is going to be SEC football opener. Shout out to 770 calling in.
Call from
Brett Sully.
To accept.
Yo, Brett, you on the line with Coach Smook, man. How you feeling this morning, brother?
How you feeling, man? Good morning, man. Good morning.
Listen, I need one thing from you before we get started.
What's up? What's happening?
I just need you to say, and let me turn the music off. Hold on, let me turn the music off. I need you to say who it is. Say this is blank, blank, blank. Put me in the game, Coach. All right?
All right.
Go on ahead.
This is Brett Sully. Put me in the game, coach.
You're in the game. Blew the whistle. Now we in the game. Here we go, Brett. Man, listen. I know this is a topic that you've been waiting to dive into. You like me. I can't stand them pissy pups. Let's break it down, man.
I want them done in the worst way this year, man. Especially how they done us with in the off season, how they robbed us with the players and T-Rob. Come on now.
Talk about it. Go ahead. Take it. Look, take about 3 minutes and just give your overall synopsis of what you see, your lead up to it, what's the build up for you, and then what you see happening for this game, Bama versus Georgia, SEC opener for us this season.
All right, so I'm going to start with Georgia, man. They schedule real quick, if you don't mind.
Let's do it. I can bring it up.
Clemson, that's going to be a test for them, for real, to start the year off. Now, for me, I think besides Beck, that's their heavy hitter. But the dark horse, in my opinion, I think it's going to be is Trevor Etienne.
I can see that, bro.
So they can do that, then they good against Clemson. But, like I said, leading up to us, bro, that's going to be the real test right there. And my thing is, what if we beat Georgia? My prediction for the score is going to be 35-31. Hopefully, Milroe can manage the game like he did in the SEC championship last year, and we all do good in that situation. But, bruh, how does this speak for Kirby, though? Like, this is like, they put him as one of the greatest coach or the best coach in college football right now.
Right.
But if he can't beat us, then shoot, there's that
dark cloud
hanging over him, man, saying, man, he can't get over the hump.
And then you said, let's look at the schedule. So I see Clemson, Tennessee Tech, and Kentucky. Those are the games that they have. Both of us have a bye week before our game. Both Georgia and Alabama have a bye week before our game. Now, personal opinion. I want your personal opinion. Do you fear a Kirby Smart prep defense more? Or do you fear a KALEN DEBOER extra week prep defense more? I mean, extra prep offense, week extra prep offense more?
Man, me personally, I would fear KALEN DEBOER. Because we've seen what Kirby did, in the past over time, with the players he got. Of course, this is a new season and whatnot. But, man, Kirby, bro, I don't know, bro. DeBoer, he got more talent with us now versus what he had with Washington. So we can see how we shape out in our first two games. So, like I said, Wisconsin is going to be our real biggest test before leading up to the Georgia game. For real, that's going to show us, like, where we stand or we can hang around. They can hang around with us.
100%. So, Brett, I look at it like this. I'm gonna say this. I feel like in today's day and age of college football, when you give offensive-minded coaches, Josh Heupel, Eli Drinkwitz, KALEN DEBOER, Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, Lincoln Riley, and the list just goes on. These great coordinators, go look at their records. And I wish I had the graphic, y'all. When these guys come off of bye weeks, they the average for those offenses, their coordinator as their offenses, the average point scored is 42.9 points. This is Lincoln Riley at USC. This is Ryan Day at Ohio State. Their offense, they had their offensive explosion a week after their bye week. Steve Sarkisian, Texas, after their bye week, they had struggled after the Rice game after they played us. Right? They struggled a little bit, then they got their bye week and they came back on fire. You see this in this day and age of college football. The offenses have the advantage coming off of a bye week. But Kirby Smart and this Georgia defense with their schematics, if they don't do some type of drastic changes, that defensive scheme will struggle, not just because of personnel, because we're better than them, but the scheme just struggles against the like of what KALEN DEBOER produces. And that's my take on it. So I'm gonna agree with you. I'm going to be in more fear as a coach. I'm going to be in more fear of KALEN DEBOER with an extra week of prep, more so than I am of Kirby Smart with an extra week of prep, because I could throw so many wrinkles in with this style of defense, pre-snap motion shifts, all of that. I can throw so many wrinkles in with an extra week. Now what you see me do against Wisconsin, you're not going to see any of that in the first drive.
Yes, sir. And I feel like we win that game against Georgia, bro, man, they will be looking real exposed out here.
Listen, not just exposed, but everybody's going to be licking their chops. Everybody's going to be licking their chops because people don't expect Alabama to beat Georgia. They're not expecting KALEN DEBOER to be able to come in and take on the powers of the SEC, meaning your Georgia, your Tennessee. Shout out to Kristen Montgomery for pulling it. That's my content. She coming back. She coming back. I'm gonna have to Brett, I need your help too. I know you know how to move. Listen, I'm gonna whisper. I know you know how to move a little money and stuff. Hey, we need an NIL deal cut for Kristen Montgomery to join the Coach Smook network full time. So talk to your people and let's get that worked out.
I'm gonna make some plays, all right?
Don't tell nobody else. But yeah, back to the Georgia. But back to Georgia, man. So we that's what I see, man. I really see that this scheme is going to present a lot of issues for Georgia. And I'm gonna ask you this: we beat Georgia. Do we see them a second time this year?
Of course.
Where at?
I think so, man. Especially in the playoffs, depending on what rank we is and versus their rank, and where it all ends in the season. But I thought we see them in the playoffs.
All right, let's play worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, best case scenario. Worst case scenario for Georgia. They lose to us, right? Good morning, Pops. Good morning to see. Great to see you this morning, Pops. Georgia loses to us. They turn around next week and they go to Athens. They schedule Auburn for their homecoming. The disrespect.
Man, they struggled last year.
The disrespect, though, to schedule a SEC opponent, a rival, as your homecoming.
Bruh.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what school you are in the SEC. You have another SEC opponent say, oh, yeah, we're going to schedule them for our homecoming.
It might turn around and bite them in the butt, bro.
See, and I don't think people are paying attention to that. I'm going to pull this up. Y'all think I'm playing. This is what their website says. I'm going to show y'all. This is what their website says. This is Auburn. This is Georgia schedules. Auburn, parentheses, homecoming. Sanford, Athens, Georgia. This is their homecoming game, October 5th. They are scheduling. Man, I want y'all to hear me. Brett,
like I said, Auburn gave them a run for their money last year. Now, Three's been cooking us some stuff in the offseason now.
Mm-hmm.
But when we see them match up with Georgia, it'll probably be a different story as far as the outcome this year versus what it was last year.
Right, Brett. And I'm thinking like this. This is early in the season. This is the 5th game of the season. Week 6, week 7 is usually when you find your stride. 5, you might. One of the great teams who have the good, mediocre / trash schedule, soft schedule, they look good early, week 5. Georgia won't have that opportunity. They're facing us week 4. They're facing Clemson week 1. We're going to see what their identity is. The Auburn, they won't know what Auburn's going to be at this time of the season, at this time of the year.
No, at all.
And it's a schedule. Listen, I hate Auburn with every bit of my being. Dear God, if you are look, here's my prayer, Brett, and I'm gonna pray this prayer with you. Bow your head real quick. Father God, if you can hear me, Lord, don't let any of my children or Brett children or his family members go to the university, Auburn University over there in South Opelika, Alabama. Don't let them be any of that war chicken stuff, God. We rebuke that nasty demon of that Auburn in the Plains mess, Lord. We don't want to hear them about no Jordan hair, there and there, none of that, God. Help us, Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, prayer over. Amen. But as much as I hate Auburn, I would not schedule them for homecoming.
Now, let me ask you this. Who will you be pulling for?
I'm not pulling for nobody. I hope they both lose. Don't ask me that. Please don't ask me that. Please don't ask me that. I hope they both find a way to lose. My thing is, if Auburn beats Georgia, I laugh. If Georgia beats Auburn, if Georgia beats Auburn, I laugh loud. You know what I'm saying? Like I laugh loud. That's the only difference. If Auburn beats Georgia, I laugh. If Georgia beats Auburn, I laugh loud. So it doesn't matter to me. And Jarvis just like me, a lot of the chat just like me. We hope they both lose. But to do that, man, I'm glad we brought the schedule up. Great point. Like to even put a SEC rival, not just an opponent, but your rival Oh my God, I'm about to walk off. I feel disrespected for Auburn, and I hate them. What's up, Jay? But yeah,
chop them off, man.
Yeah. So back to worst case scenario. That caught me off guard. I just looked at it. So worst case scenario, let's say Georgia, they go on a 2-game losing streak. They lose to the teams in Alabama, right? That's Georgia right there at that point. They're 3-2, 5 games into the season. Let's say they run off.
Mississippi State.
They got Mississippi State. They get that one 4-2. Then they go to Texas. They go to Austin. And they don't have a time for that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a most likely might be a primetime game. Well, I don't know. Because if Georgia has 2 losses by that time, they're kind of pushed themselves out of the SEC because there's no divisions this year. You lose 2 in 2 conference games, you might be out. You might be out of the conference championship game.
That is right.
Yeah. No divisions this year. Come on.
Hey, I forgot all about that.
Come on. Hey, chat. I think we forget about that too. I think we forget that there are no divisions this year in the SEC. So it's the top 2 records playing for the SEC championship in the SEC. Oh, that changed your thoughts, don't it? That changed your whole.
Hey, bro, that changed the whole scenario.
See, so you can't lose to Alabama and Auburn. You can't lose to them 2 weeks in a row. Then you got to go see Texas in 2 weeks after that. So we're playing worst case scenario. So right now, going to Austin, 4-3. They might end up 4-3. You come back, you beat Florida 5-3. You got to go to Ole Miss. If Kiffins, they win. If Kiffin plays to win, Ole Miss can beat Georgia. Ole Miss can beat Georgia. But
they've been on an up and up too.
Yes. So let's say Georgia's at this point 5-4. Tennessee, they get Tennessee at home. They win that with 6-4. UMass 7-4. Georgia Tech 8-4. That's what Georgia can be. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario. Georgia loses to Alabama. They run the table. They beat Auburn. I think Texas has Georgia's number this year. I'm gonna put that out there. I really do. Texas at home.
I do too, and I hate Texas just as much as I hate Georgia and Auburn. But hey, man,
I don't.
It'll be a rocky crowd to play in.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, Brett. Like,
and you got Ewers back too.
I'm telling you don't have a Bryce Young back there. And you see how Bryce struggled. Oh, no. And don't let them put that Georgia Texas game at noon like they did us 2 years ago with Bryce. Don't let them do that. Georgia got heat and humidity, right? But Texas noon.
That's different type. That's different.
117 on the field. Oh my Lord! I remember going to Kuwait.
You want to be in the stands,
man? What? We watching that. We going to a bar. We watching that one inside with some AC. Ain't no way I'm sitting out in that sun. No way. No way. But I think neither 7 win. Hold on. Go back to that comment. Neither 7 win Soccer Lane with and beating Georgia. What? You don't think so? Man, watch. Jay, remember you said it. And don't forget Oklahoma. When we get ready to talk Oklahoma in a few days, Jay, you got to come on here with me. We're going to break that down. We're going to get into it live in front of everybody. We're going to have our brother to brother argument. Y'all, if y'all haven't acknowledged my brother Jason from Hall of Fame college football, I'm telling y'all that gentleman, that brother right there does some solid content. I go to his lives every time I get off my live or every time he's live, I go over there and they got a vibe over there, y'all. We're really doing something special. I'm really trying to push this gentleman because I'm telling you, me and Jason gonna have some good content for y'all when that Oklahoma Bama thing come around. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be some good content. But back to Georgia, Brett. So you got best case scenario. I say best case scenario for Georgia this year is 10-2. 10-2.
Okay.
10-2. Does that get them to the SEC championship game? Meaning they lose 1 to Alabama, they lose 1 to Texas. That's 2 SEC losses. Do they get to the SEC championship with a, what is it? Is it 7 conference games or 8 conference games? Is it 6-2 record? Do they get to the SEC championship game with a 6-2 conference record?
I would say no, because who's going to be next up in front of them? I could see Texas being there for that spot as well too.
Yeah, Texas, I think, honestly, looking back at the rosters now, I think Oklahoma might sneak in this and disappoint a lot of us, and really be actually catch a lot of teams early off guard, right? And place themselves in position to have that momentum going into that final stretch of their schedule of the season, because they have a solid schedule, but it's not overbearing like a Florida or what Tennessee has to go through towards the end of the season. So I really think Oklahoma has a chance to just take advantage of their schedule this year and be put in a position to do that.
What is Oklahoma's schedule? Let me look at that real quick.
Let me pull it up. I'm going to pull it up on the screen for us. Let me see. Even though we are talking Georgia. Now, I wish, and I'm going to say this just for entertainment purposes, I wish Brett Venables and Kirby Smart could have that matchup this year. First year in the SEC, I would love to see a Brett Venables coach defense versus a Kirby Smart coach defense this season. That would be a matchup that I would enjoy watching. Two teams that I respectfully hate, right? Not necessarily, I don't too much hate OU. They just talk a lot when they play us. But Georgia, I respectfully hate Georgia because of, they're a good team. They doing what they doing. It's the fans that do it for me with Georgia. It's the fans. Brent.
It got a big head.
Wait, Brent, your name got an N in it, right?
Nah, BRETT.
Told you. He trying to Caleb trying to confuse me. I knew it was like Brett Sullivan because I always call you Brett, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know I ain't tripping. Damn, Smook, it isn't hard enough for OU in year one. And nah, you don't even get that. Let me pull up this schedule. OU football schedule 2024. Yeah, y'all don't get no cause you remember y'all was talking.
They got cakewalk.
You get what I'm saying? They was talking all this noise about, they when they was in the Big 12, they schedules just as hard as SEC schedules. That's what they were saying. That's what the fans was telling us. So why we give y'all a pass for y'all first year? Y'all already been SEC. Let y'all tell it. But let's break it down. They got Temple, Houston, Tulane. That's good one. That's a good warm up. We're gonna get that 3-0 to start our first year in the SEC, right? But then they gotta go. They get Tennessee coming in. Hot Nico. I think Hot Nico comes in and gets his first exposure of SEC football, right? Oklahoma pulls that one off. But they gotta go to Jordan Hare. Oklahoma's not ready for Jordan Hare. They're not. They got their rivalry. And the Red River rivalry with Texas. I think that's going to be a good one. South Carolina comes in. They get to beat South Carolina at home. Ole Miss. I don't think they're ready to go to Ole Miss. They get Maine, Missouri, right? They got to go to Columbia. Missouri is going to be a team that everybody's going to be surprised at how solid they are. That's a team that we didn't mention yet, Brett.
Bro, Missouri was good last year, dog. Bro, I got tickets to the Bama Missouri game this year.
Boy. Listen, if anybody, back out, just hit my line. I ain't too far for a game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too far. You know what I'm saying? And but yeah, Missouri, they got to go to Missouri. I think Oklahoma pulls that one out though. Missouri's going to put up a good test. We come down there. We're gonna take their cake. We're gonna take their lunch money when we go down to Norman. LSU, I think they beat LSU last game of the season. Oklahoma looks solid. Look, like I said, their schedule allows them to be in position to possibly only lose one SEC game.
They got a cakewalk this year.
Yeah, Auburn is going to be their first big test in the SEC. I'm telling you right now, Auburn's going to be their first major test. If they make it out of Auburn with a win, I think they set themselves up for more success. Texas will be the rivalry game. You saw how they edged it out against Texas. You never can call that rivalry game. South Carolina, they beat South Carolina. I think they beat Ole Miss too. They're going to Ole Miss and win that one. Missouri is going to be a tight one. They might edge that one out. They lose to us. So they might only lose 2 games too. They only might only lose 2 conference games too.
So if you're saying that Georgia lose 2 conference and Oklahoma lose 2 conference, that's a matchup between them.
What's the tiebreaker there? Like that's going to be interesting. What's the tiebreaker to see who's number 2? Is Georgia's schedule consider stronger than Oklahoma's?
I would say so. Yeah, I'll lean more towards Georgia.
Is it because of Clemson at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I think so. Then of course you said, like I said, you got us back to back. You got Bama, then you got Auburn.
Yeah.
Then you got a cakewalk. To the next week you got
Texas, and then you got Florida in a rivalry game. Then you go to Ole Miss. Then you got Tennessee coming into your stadium, and you get the end of the year with UMass and Georgia State. You get the rebound a little bit at the end of the year. So yeah, that's gonna be. Hey, listen. I'm telling you, Jay, this Texas team, like I said, I don't have no faith in Texas other than them playing at home. That's the only faith I have in Texas this year. I see the Ewers, Archie Manning drama popping this year off for them, all that good stuff. But Brett, so final thoughts on this UGA Bama matchup, man. Get back to the topic. What's the difference? What's the difference maker on the offensive side for either team? Which offense stands out to you and why?
I would say us, because what we got, hoping Jalen Hill comes back after his injury and he can make a significant difference in our offense. I want to see what Milroe's going to do. I already got him up for the Heisman list in top 3. My favorite wide receiver coming in that I want to see take off definitely going to be Ryan Williams. He's going to be electrifying to watch.
Yeah,
man, it's gonna be crazy, bro.
Okay. So you giving us the edge on the offense, defensive wise. What defense stands out and why?
Oh, George, just because Kirby, he's a defensive minded guy, just like Nick.
Okay, and I'm telling you right here, what's up, Papa Coleman? Appreciate you. Is this what's his name? Pops? Is this Rock's Pops? If so, let me know. But yeah, so his G pop. But if so, I think this is one of those years, man, where Kirby's defense takes the hits like Alabama's defense was taking the past few years. I think this is the year because of the change of offense, and people aren't going to admit it. Georgia's defense wasn't dominant last year. They were not dominant.
It wasn't.
Missouri, Tennessee, Auburn, all these teams gave Georgia fits. Kentucky gave Georgia. Come on, man. And it wasn't because they had a lot of young guys. They had a very experienced front seven. They had a young / good mix of veterans on the back end. You lose a couple of guys in that linebacker core, but you still got talent there. Whether it's proven or unproven, Kirby develops talent. So it's going to be interesting to see what Georgia's defense is able to do this season in the SEC play against all these new styles of offense that's coming into the league.
Yes, indeed.
So with that,
I'm excited to see us too.
Me too, man. Our defense, I think a lot of our fan base is underestimating our defense based off of the A-Day game. And I was going to play a clip from A-Day when I was interviewing Malachi Moore post game. And I asked him what was the cause of, what was the change that they made? Was it schematics? Was it coaching? And his statement was, and this is a kind of like a what they call it? I'm not improvising. What is it? It's not quoting. What is it, y'all? I can't remember the big word. It's a big word. What's up, Josh? Welcome back in the chat, my brother. That's my brother from Montgomery. But what's happening is the simple thing is Malachi Moore said those guys, he came to the sideline. He, Damani Jackson, they all came to the sideline, Devontae Smith, and they held a little group meeting with the secondary. And they said, look, we got to play better. We ain't do all this hard work this spring to learn this new scheme, to be able to fly around and do this, to come to the A-Day game and not give our fans what they deserve. And you saw that mentality change in the second half. A lot more solid tackling, a lot more reacting to the ball in the air, a lot more instinctive play out there on the back end.
Awesome.
So you get what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what this defense is going to do. I'm right there with you. Brett, anything you want to say before I let you off the line, man?
Man, just everybody have a good day, man. Try to be better than what you was yesterday. Do something today to make your future self happy, man. Just thrive. Okay. Listen, my boy Brett coming through with the positive, the inspiration, and the good talk about beating a team that he hates so much, the University of Georgia. About nothing but the time, man.
Facts, man. Appreciate you for calling in, Brett. And next time I want to have you on, bro, I'm gonna make sure you get the link earlier. We had to get up early to get back to the workstation. And I didn't get to do everything I need to do, man. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get you on here, man, and have you part of maybe a Friday night panel when we get the barbershop open. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna open the barbershop, do our barbershop talk one Friday night with some of the community, with some other content creators. Get about 8 people on and just talk some good football.
Man, let's do it, bro. I'm down for it.
Already, man. Well, you had a good rest of your day, man. Be blessed, and thank you for calling in and supporting the network, man. Already, brother.
All right, be back.
Yes, sir. Much love to my guy Brett, man. Thank you for calling in. Listen, y'all. Phone line is still open. We got the phone line. We're gonna keep it buzzing today. Let Jason call in. Look, Jason, you know what? If y'all really you know what? I'm gonna save Jason. I'm gonna save Jason for our OU day. Well, I'm gonna save Jason for our OU day. I'm telling y'all, when we bring him off for OU day, it's going to get interesting. Cause he like me. I will scrap for my team, not physically, but I will scrap for my Bama Crimson Tide. And he was scrap for them OU. And the thing is, of all the teams in the SEC, I'm gonna tell you who from a respectful hate standpoint. Number one, I respectfully hate Georgia, right? Right? It's nothing about Georgia. It's the fan base that pisses me off. Number two, I respectfully hate LSU. Again, it's the fan base and it's they trash the stadium. It stank down there in Death Valley. It smells like death in Baton Rouge. It really do. It stink. It smell like collard green water. It don't smell as bad as Auburn, but it stank down there in Baton Rouge. It's a pretty campus though, but you gotta wonder, why do it stink so bad? Is it the swamp water? Is it the crab boil water that they don't dump out the pot after they do? Is it that, or is it the overcooked boudin sausage? Is it that? I respectfully hate LSU. Their fans are raggedy, right? They raggedy. They don't smell good all the time, right? Like 78% of the time, they piss water and corn dogs is what it smell like. Where did you get the corn dog scent? I smell it now. I can remember being in Baton Rouge and it smelled like piss water, collard greens, and corn dogs. Like, you know, you ever had a corn dog and it got soggy? Pause. I don't know if I have to pause on that one, but I'm feeling a pause coming. And it stinks, right? Especially, have you ever had to clean up after your kids eating corn dogs, right? And they don't eat the whole corn dog and they still leave ketchup or whatever sauce on it. And when you pick the plate up, do you ever smell that? That's what LSU smell like. And I respectfully hate them. And then number three, I respectfully hate Texas A&M because of how they came into the SEC and what they did with Johnny Manziel and how he just kind of embarrassed that defense that year. And it was bad. And I feel like Texas A&M always catch us in those years where we're supposed to be the team. They always catch us. And I respectfully hate Ole Miss too. Ole Miss, they was the only team to beat Saban back-to-back years during his tenure. And they find a way to just piss us off. They always find a way to piss us off, especially when we go down to their field. But they came into our house and beat us a few years back when Jake Coker had to come in. And he almost brought us back from that deficit. I really developed a real loving hate for Ole Miss. Now, I'm going to tell you this. The Ole Miss fans, they are funny. They are funny as they come. Because when they was getting their butts towed up, when I was in T-Town, what that was, 2017? We was in T-Town, me and my god brother, we was there for a game. And when I say that was some funny stuff, watching them Ole Miss frat boys and them Bama baseball players go at it on that stairwell, coming out of their stadium, boy, that was some funny stuff. Talking about, and they was in their little suit and tie. You know, Ole Miss boys, they had their little suit and tie, their little frat. They had the suit and tie with the Ole Miss button and stuff. And then some of them had on like the Carlton shorts, you know, the Carlton cargos, the Corky mates, you know what I'm saying? With their suit jackets. I said, it's too hot to be out here in these suit jackets, but they frat boys. They were so drunk. But yeah, those are the 4 teams I respectfully hate. 4 fan bases I respectfully hate. respectfully hate. You got Georgia number 1, LSU number 2, Texas A&M number 3, and Ole Miss number 4. I respectfully hate those teams. Now, fan bases, only one worse is Mizzou. You know what? Mizzou fans don't bother me. Missouri fans don't bother me. Maybe because we don't see a lot of them. Maybe because we don't see a lot of them, right? We don't see a lot of them. They kind of stay off to themselves when it comes to SEC. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Now, teams that I hate, I don't respect them. I don't care to respect them. When they show up, you better listen. I'm telling you, I'm glad we got class as a university. Teams that I hate in the SEC right now, currently, this ain't tradition, this is just currently. Number 1. Shoot, before number 1. If there was a number before number 1 to initialize you being the highest fan base and team that I hate, and I use that word very strategically, right? I hate Auburn. I hate pisses me off thinking about it. Like, who in the world would allow a school like that to just be there, right? But somebody got to get picked on. Somebody has to be there to keep us uplifted and to keep our self-esteem up. Them 6 years of hell, and my mom and dad would tell you, our family, the Hines family, in Phoenix City, Alabama, and Columbus, Georgia, between 2001 to 2007, we were still yelling Roll Tide. There were other Alabama fans that would not wear their gear on that weekend. Disgraceful. We got 702 on the line. Let me get 702 on the line real quick. Yo, 702, hold on for 2 seconds. We're going to get right to you. Just stay right there. Do not go anywhere. But number 1 is Auburn. Number 2, Tennessee. I hate Tennessee. I hate Tennessee. Mama, daddy, I'm sorry, but I hate Tennessee. And you know why? Because they stank. The stadium looked like a trash worker convention, a garbage truck convention. They raggedy, they cheat. The dogs stink. All of them smell like wet dog. Tennessee fans, look, one of my new friends, one of my new family members, I love you, Leah, but you a Tennessee fan. When football season come around, let's just not talk. The weekend, the third Saturday in October, let's just not talk. Let's not even acknowledge each other. You don't know me, I don't know you. Because I love you, Uncle Steve. Don't talk. Don't talk to me. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me. Because I hate your school. I hate the colors. I hate everything about Tennessee. The University of Tennessee. Now, the state of Tennessee is beautiful. The state of Tennessee is beautiful. Let's not play that. But that school, I hate it. I hate it. Number 3 on that list, Ohio State. I hate Ohio State. They're not even in the SEC. Bump it. I hate Ohio State and I hate Notre Dame. 2 of the most overrated traditionally. Yes, you've done what you did in the past, but we are in the 21st century. Let it go. Let it go. I hate them. I hate them. So much hype. It's the media fault is the reason why I hate Ohio State, because y'all let the media hype y'all up to act like y'all actually good. Same thing with Notre Dame. And every time the pressure's put on y'all fold. I hate Michigan. I hate Ohio State. Well, I don't even hate Michigan. I hate Ohio State and I hate Notre Dame. I hate those schools. Too much hype. If they didn't get so much hype, I wouldn't care about them. But they always giving them boys all this hype. All this hype. What's up, mama? She going crazy in the chat this morning. My mama be so hype in the chat. She'll call me after the show. She be like, son, I'm telling you. And when she say, son, I'm telling you, I already know what time it is. Yeah, Tennessee. And my mama went there. She from there, but sorry, no. Tell your mama. What do you want me to tell your mama, Kristen? Tell me what to say to your mama, because if you tell me to say it, then it's okay. But now we go to the phone line. We go to the call line. We got 702 on the line waiting. I'm sorry I kept you so long. I just had to talk about my hate. 702, you on the line with Coach Smook. Tell me your name and put me in the game.
Hey, Jason, man. It's Jason. Put me in the game.
Oh, nah, Jason, you weren't supposed to call in today. Look, y'all.
Hey, we don't have to talk about Oklahoma's at lunch.
Okay, look, he said that, but he had to sneak that in there.
No. We don't have to get into all that. We don't have to do that. It's all good. But no, I'm gonna tell you about Texas. They don't have a defense. They lost their best defensive players on the line. They lost their best defensive coach,
Mm-hmm.
and they're about to get run through.
Oh,
Watch it happen. 7-win start, man. They didn't call him that for no reason.
listen, Jason. I want so hard to believe it, but Texas has so much momentum behind them coming off of last season, man. I'm telling you, I feel like that staff is going to be able to put it together, man. And it's just, to me, the SEC is.
So you just have to play offense, I guess. You don't have to have a defensive line, and their secondary was in the 100.
They're going to be better, man. They're going to be better.
They're not going to be better. They're not going to be better.
I'm just saying, man.
How is all those things going to come together? Look, they lost their 5 best pass catchers. I like Isaiah Bond as much as the next guy, but apparently Amari Naglack don't know the playbook.
Like he didn't at BAMA.
Work out too good.
Like he didn't at BAMA.
Right.
But this is a Sarkisian-based offense, man. Sarkisian's got those guys. Sarkisian's got those guys. But he's not going to make it hard for them.
All kinds of things have to go just right for them. Quinn's going to have to make it through a full season for them to, and he's going to have to connect with 5 new receivers.
Hey, you got an experienced quarterback, man. Athletic guys who have experience coming in.
You know,
you got Cook coming back.
Losing games in the second half is what he's got most experience in.
Man, listen, and you know, I already said I'm not, and you know, I'm definitely not pro Texas. I'm not pro Texas by any means. I'm realistic on the approach, and I understand where you're coming from. All these things, but this is Sarkisian's 4th year at Texas, 5th year.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is 4th year.
4th year. This is around the time where guys start.
In the first 3, they lost 9 games with the lead in the second half.
And this is the time where you start to see things start to turn over for good coaches. This is his make or break year for me. For me, this is the one where you kind of start seeing, is he the future for Texas? As much money as they gave him, or does he fall off? I'm not picking a side right now. I'm ready to see what happens this year.
Let me ask you a question though.
Go ahead.
So when he's won 10 games one time in 10 years, you're giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh yeah, that shows improvement, man. That shows improvement. He's won
10 games one time in 10 years.
10 years. Look at where was he at before he got to Texas, man?
USC and Washington.
Trash. Go look at USC. Go look at USC's recruiting while he was there. They were facing so much crazy stuff, and he wasn't even near the coach he was at USC that he is now. This man has a new take on life. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Sarkisian got the Saban treatment, and it took well.
Y'all gotta quit listening to all these ESPN folks, man.
Listen,
y'all gonna have to stop that.
Jason, I'm gonna cuss you. You're gonna make me cuss you because you know doggone well I don't pay attention to no ESPN. I'm anti-ESPN. You know it, but don't do me like that. I'm just saying, from Sarkisian, for out of respect for Sarkisian and what I see going on, and yes, I don't like the NIL thing he allowing to happen at that university. You get what I'm saying? All of that extra crap. I feel like Sarkisian is tainting his coaching.
This is what they do in Texas, though. They don't recruit with substance. They're not. I'm telling you, man. It's going to be Texas. It's Texas. They've won 1 conference championship in 15 years.
Hey, I'm telling you,
17-8 in the last 25 against them.
I give Texas a solid 9-3, 8-4 this season. I think they're in a lot. They're in a lot more games than they're out of this season, and I think Sarkisian starts to trend up.
With everybody's picking them to win 10, 11 games, and it's a good year if they go 9-3.
That's a solid year. That's a solid year for either Texas or Oklahoma. For me, is coming into the SEC, and like I said, the same thing.
If you have Oklahoma's schedule, that's a solid one. If you got Vandy and Mississippi State and freaking Kentucky instead of Ole Miss, Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, Bama, then yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, Oklahoma, that 8-4, 9-3, that's not a bad year for OU, man. Coming into the SEC, this is
OU's floor. It'd be 8-4. We don't have to go into all that right now, but I'm gonna tell you that's their floor would be 8-4. But they could win 10. They could.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is Venable's first, like, his recruiting class, and they're finally at a level to where they're able to be put on the field. So a 9-3 year, with this group of guys, the Venable guys, being the leaders of this new era of OU.
They've got the depth that they need, though.
Exactly.
And I don't trust Mizzou. I don't trust Mizzou or Ole Miss. Come on, man.
Mizzou, you gotta get off of Mizzou's back, man. Them jokers, Drinkwitz is working with what he can work with, being in the SEC.
I'm gonna give you one stat about Mizzou, and then you can continue.
Go ahead.
The 6 wins they got in the SEC last year, those teams that they got wins against were 14-34.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have a decent record because they're playing pretty much the same schedule, but they're gonna get beat by. They're not winning 10 games either.
I didn't say that either. I think
they'll lose to A&M, Oklahoma. They'll lose to Alabama for sure.
They're not losing to A&M. They're not losing to A&M.
Why they're gonna lose to A&M? Yes, they are. So is Texas.
Nah, A&M's gonna be a dang fire this year. I'm telling you. I got A&M being the bottom feeders, one of the bottom feeders. I think A&M replaces.
A&M has a grown up at the helm finally.
Hey, it's gonna be a hard transition for him. I'm telling you, they coming for his neck.
To give any love to Texas A&M.
I hate A&M. You know what? I'm gonna replace. I'm gonna
to give them any love.
I'm gonna replace Notre Dame on my most hated list with Texas A&M. I'm gonna replace Notre Dame with Texas A&M. I just can't stand them. I can't stand them. I don't respectfully.
Why? Because they beat y'all or what?
It's the Jimbo hire. It was the Manziel saga when he was there. Like that's the build up, and they always seem to come in and just be pissy when they come to Bama. When they come to T-Town, they are pissy. That is a fan base that's really pissy. And when I say pissy, they pissy, bro. They really be pissy out there.
They've been pissy since World War II. That's the last time we won like 10 or 11 games.
That's what's up, man. But let's jump into the subject at hand, man. You done got over here. I knew it was going to happen. It always happens. But the UGA Bama game, I know you follow. What's up, Rico is in the chat. I'm sorry, Jay. My guy Rico. When Rico pull up, it's a party. I don't know if y'all know who Rico is. This is that smooth cat. I mean, if y'all heard Rico on the phone, y'all understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, Alabama versus Georgia. Week 4, SEC opener for both teams. 5 weeks before they see each other. What's your outlook from the outside looking in? As an OU reporter, covered fan, analyst, outside looking in, looking at the rest of SEC, Alabama, Georgia, to open up SEC play, what does that look like for you?
I think it depends on if Georgia's defense is what it usually is. I mean, they're replacing a lot there, and then they're replacing their two of their probably their best pass catchers anyway. But I don't know, man. I think you got with home field advantage. Yeah, and the other thing is that none of us have seen KALEN DEBOER up front except for Sark, and he can't beat him.
Right.
2 years in a row. So, I mean. I think that might be the one game that Georgia could lose during the regular season. They're not going to lose to Texas, I don't think, and I don't really see anybody else beat them. But I think that they could definitely lose to Alabama there.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a heck of a game. But I also think that Carson Beck is probably the best quarterback in the conference right now.
Ah, man, why do people keep saying that? Why do people? I'm not disagreeing with you. I want you to, before you go into it, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I just want to know, because I want to say he's top 2, top 3, okay, in the SEC right now. But when it comes to those clutch moments, Beck is yet to show up, man. He's yet to be that dude. So go into your reason for
against Alabama. He's beaten everybody else, but he hasn't beaten Alabama yet. So I give you there. I'll get you that. I mean, look. You have to show. Well, that's the whole thing with. I think that's a Kirby thing more than it's anything. I mean, what did he? Any 1-7 against Alabama?
1-6, and people keep because of Saban. Y'all remember COVID year when Saban set out the was it the Iron Bowl? Y'all remember when Saban set out the Iron Bowl 2020, y'all? And Y'all remember how hard he worked to get back for that Georgia game? I think Coach Saban knew then like, all right, this it's important to keep this level of dominance over Kirby. I think if Sarkisian would have had to coach that game against Kirby, I think we blow Georgia out in 2020. Like really blow him out. That's the type of coach Sarkisian is. You give him the assets, he can really do some things.
In the championship game?
No, it wasn't the championship game. It was the 2020 was the regular season game. We had them COVID year. The regular season game when we went when Athens they came to T-Town. No, we went to Athens. We went to Athens and beat them boys. Coaches, we close to get Naeem, man. That kid is good. KALEN, we ain't talking recruit right now, but we talked about that earlier.
I think that we have to give Georgia props. I mean, they won 29 to 30 games, so they've done something right.
Yeah,
they haven't lost a regular season game in 2 years.
And I want everybody to pay attention to this as I have the roster online. They have nothing but experience on that offensive side. Seniors and juniors. Nothing less is in their projected starter lineup. They're too deep.
The thing I was going to say is the thing about Beck is he whenever the tight end or bad tight end when he was in, he only threw to him. So it was almost like he didn't spread it out enough.
Yeah. And I think that had a lot to do with experience, not necessarily their age, but experience on the field. Seeing things like he was seeing.
Whenever they were out, though, he seemed to be better without both of those guys, really, that when they were hurt.
Yep. Even Oscar Delp, the guy that I think is going to be their featured guy this year. Yeah. I think he brings the same skill set, not at the level that Brock does, but he brings the same skill set. And this is a transfer guy that I want y'all to pay attention to. I got him up on the screen. Benjamin.
Yeah, you're such a stud.
Yes. I'm telling you, I went and I looked at some of those the plays he had last year. And he at Stanford. And that young man is a baller. He's a baller. So Kirby and this squad, they're going to be, in my opinion, like I said, they're going to be equipped.
They're right there, man. I think that they're the favorites for the 90 for a reason. I mean, but I think if they're going to lose one, it's going to be that one. That's during the regular season. I think if they're going to lose one, it's going to be that one.
Man, I think you're going to get a good exposure to what this SEC air feels like when big names like this have this type of pressure on them. This is the first time where Alabama isn't the hunted in years, bro. We're going to see how Kirby and Georgia, even after winning 2 natties, they still were not the hunted. Alabama was still in the mix. Like everybody was still talking Bama. SEC ball was Bama. Regardless, they didn't care about Kirby winning 2 back-to-back. Like when they beat us in the natty, when they actually beat us in the natty after we had to lose our top 2.
They should have won at least a couple of those other games that it was right down to the wire in.
Exactly, but they couldn't.
I think that Kirby gets the jitters whenever he goes up. But I think it was against Saban. I don't know what's going to happen.
Ooh, if he couldn't do it against Saban, another defensive-minded coach who really didn't care to really let the offense loose, to play it safe, and rely on his defense, you think he's going to have better chances against KALEN DEBOER, who's wanting to put his foot on your neck when his offense is rolling? He's not slowing down.
Yeah, but you're not just going to put up a bunch of points on a Georgia defense.
Why not? That Georgia secondary was trash last year. Jalen Miro underthrew at least 6 touchdowns last year in that SEC championship game. Turn that game on. He underthrew Jermaine Burton. He overthrew him the first pass, then underthrew him, and they gave us a pass interference call, which I think that pass interference rule need to be changed heavily.
Carson played bad in that game. They didn't look good the whole game.
The whole game.
My guy, Coach I, that I always go on with these guys from Georgia, Coach I and Shardy, and they said it themselves. They're like, man, we played trash.
Yeah, and that's a Kirby team they feel like they can rely on the defense to keep them in the games as the offense.
They look like they were scared to death in that game.
Man, if Caleb Downs, if Malachi Moore catches that pick on that first drive to start when he literally could have had that pick. I don't think he.
That was good though too.
Ooh, I'm telling you, that could have been a big
They
change.
also got Malachi Starks on the other side too, man. They're going to be okay back
Yeah,
there. I think they're. I don't not trust Georgia. I'm going to say I think that they're probably the best team in the SEC right now. But I'm telling you, I still think they could lose that game. I definitely think they could lose that game.
They got Julian Humphrey coming back at the cornerback position. Not much experience. They got Aguero on the other side with Dalen Everett. And if anybody watched they squad last year, Everett was the guy you attacked. You don't think KALEN DeBoer is going to try to get some one-on-one matchups with Caleb Odom and Dylan Everett? Malachi Starks put him in the slot against Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, Ryan Williams, tight end Danny Lewis. Like these guys going to have to walk up and play a lot more. Dan Jackson is a guy slow as a mug, but will come downhill and fill a gap on the run game. KALEN DeBoer is going to use that to his advantage. I think the schematics is what shows everybody the difference. KALEN DeBoer and this offensive scheme, is going to offset what Kirby Smart wants to do game plan wise, which is.
Biased against Caleb. What are you talking about?
Hold on. I can't hear you. You muffled a little bit.
I said, what am I being biased about here? About Oklahoma? I'm not even being biased about none of it.
Oh, no. Yeah. Don't listen to Caleb. Listen. Listen, Caleb. I'm going to tell you this. If anybody's being unbiased, it's Jason right now. Me, I'm being very biased because I get to see this thing up close. You know what I'm saying? I get to see this up close, and I'm just going off of tradition. I'm going off what I've seen schematically from Georgia. Kirby Smart hasn't changed much of anything since he got to Georgia. If he's going to continue to keep that foundational, you get what I'm saying? If he's going to keep that foundational scheme for the defense that Saban gave him with a few of the tweaks that he's added to it for his skill sets, he's going to get killed by KALEN DeBoer coached offense with Alabama assets. That's just the bottom line there. Because if Washington had played Alabama last year, it wouldn't be a close game like it was against Michigan. Our defense was not ready for what Washington does. It's going to be a play, Jason. We're going to talk about it probably on a Wednesday or a Thursday show. It's one play that I had never seen.
Though, they just choked. Texas should have beat Washington. They had every reason to beat Washington. They played terrible and still should have beat them.
But that's all coaching at the end of the day, man. KALEN DeBoer found a way to get that tech.
You're telling me Sark's so good, but all coaching at the end of the
Listen, but if I had to see Texas against Georgia last year, I'm taking Sark in the playoff against Georgia. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Last year?
I think they're going to beat Texas this year too, for sure.
Man, we're going to see. I'm going to make sure I hire you. I'm going to make sure I got your contact. I'm going to make sure I got you. We might have to put a little $20 on that one. I'm get 2 shots off of that.
I said that if anybody's going to beat Georgia, you get them at home too. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Kirby definitely has an issue with playing. They know what Kirby's doing, and they don't, and he doesn't know what's going to happen coming into this one. I think that you got a pretty good chance of winning that one. I think that we're going to have to find out what is up with Alabama's defense, though. With it changing over to all new guys, you lost a lot of guys, but you still got the best talent roster in the country. That's the thing.
How quick does it turn over?
More talent. You still have more talent than anybody else in the conference. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're FSU.
Who said I think that y'all are FSU? Oh, no.
Jason thinking we're FSU. Oh, no. I don't think that, JB. I don't think he's saying that. And I'm not just being friendly because this is my brother online. Y'all know he said that ESPN joke. I was about to cuss.
To win that game.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. This is what I'm gonna end it on. I'm gonna let Jason go after this. I honestly believe schematically, this is the game that either kills Kirby for this season and forces him back into the gym to lose some weight and get back to the drawing board and adjust his defensive scheme, right? And he kind of rides this year out, knowing that he has a lot of talent rising up on that offensive side with Jaden Rashada coming next year. I mean, not next year, but being on that roster and possibly going to be the lead guy to take the starting job after Beck leaves. I think he goes to the drawing board, focuses on developing the young guys on the defense based off of this game. I think he'll lean more towards that, knowing that this year is the opportunity to make those mistakes and still be a 10-2, 9-3 Georgia team, 8-4 at the worst. And you're talking about some injuries on the back end. You're talking about, these are the years that happens, bro. I'm telling you, welcome to the SEC, Jay. Welcome to the SEC. Years like this, when you have the most experienced team, you have all these older guys who's coming back, they got something to prove. These are the years where crazy things happen. And because of all the change across the league, the realignment, the divisions are gone. Georgia doesn't have the luxury of being in the Eastern Division this year. They don't have that. They don't have that this year. So I honestly believe this is the year where they're going to struggle a few. And that scenario we was talking about earlier in my show, they lose to us, and then next week they got Auburn scheduled for homecoming. Where are you? This is the SEC, Jason. This is the SEC. You cannot schedule your rival for a homecoming game and expect that. Man, come on. I just jabbed my mic, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I get it. I'm going to say this. Caleb King, you're going to talk about mutant knowledge and stuff. You should be more knowledgeable before you start questioning my knowledge about college football, bro. I'm going to tell you that.
We got some heat. Go. And see, that's why
you're going to sit here and tell me about Texas when they've won freaking 10 games one freaking time in 15 years. One time. And they lost to Oklahoma last year. I'm not saying that Oklahoma's going to go 8-4, 7-5, but you got Texas winning 10+. And you're going to tell me that I don't know college football?
Get him.
Get out of here with that.
We got explicit. This was online. Oh, yeah. Electricity. Yeah. I got to get a sound effect. I'm going to record a sound effect. It's going to say electricity. It's going to be, y'all going to love it. Yeah.
Sark is a chump.
Sark is a chump.
Dude has won 10 games one time, and you guys are crowning this dude the next freaking it guy. Give me a break.
Oh, listen. You know what? I just got an idea, y'all. I'm going to start having a segment where I'm going to bring two callers or somebody on the line. Somebody going to be on the camera. Somebody going to be on the phone. And the shots have been fired. The gloves are off. We ready. I think it's good fun, man. I don't think, and I'm glad we have.
Talking about knowledge. I only like knowledgeable guys to call into the show. Dude, you don't got no knowledge. Venables hadn't won anything. He's freaking put together the best defenses in the country that were able to beat twice in the national championship. They beat Alabama with his defenses. They are loaded up. They are loaded up on defense.
Hey.
Oklahoma's going to be fine. Oklahoma is going to be fine.
Don't you speak on our national? Don't you speak on our national championship losses? Don't you speak on that? Don't you?
He should stop. He should watch that Venables ain't won anything. He's a new head coach, but he's already won. It took him 1 year to win 10 games. It took Sark 10, and we're going to talk about Sark.
Hey,
get out of here.
Hey, I'm just saying. I can't even pick a side right now. I just like the energy. I ain't even gonna lie. I like the energy.
Early in the morning.
Yeah, look, you had your coffee yet, Jay?
I've had my coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Come on.
But Jay, I'm gonna let you off the line of that. You got a live today, bro?
Not a live tonight. I do tonight.
Okay,
8:30 Eastern.
Okay, 8:30 Eastern. Make sure y'all go and check out my brother Jason, Hall of Fame. Y'all go in there. We're gonna run this chat up. Especially if he get to talking about Bama. We're gonna run this chat up tonight. We're gonna get him crunk up a little bit. Y'all get it, and y'all get to see it on Jason's side. Jason's is real. His shots are very direct but subtle, and they come with a lot of information, and it make you think before you shoot back. And that's the type of debate I like to do. Ty does it to me all the time. You know.
Let me say one thing to this dude. He said, "Was BV left a good team?" And he said, "Yes, but Sark wasn't." That's the biggest bunch of crap I've ever even heard. 2 5-star quarterbacks left whenever Lincoln left, along with, and he already didn't have a good defense.
Yes.
Get out of here, bro.
He didn't recruit.
Lincoln left a terrible situation.
Lincoln did not recruit for defense. He did not.
This guy's talking about he knows college football and he's saying stupid stuff like that. Come on, bro. Learn the game, Caleb. Learn the game.
Listen. So not only did Lincoln not leave a good situation, But when Sark got to Texas, it wasn't the best situation either. So
It
both.
wasn't a terrible situation. Tom Herman had been building it up there.
Stop it. Stop. Tom Herman was horrible.
They had played. They beat Oklahoma in the year before that. The year before he got fired, they were in the conference championship game. It's the only time they had been since Matt.
What type of recruiting was Tom Herman doing? Not one.
The only thing he wasn't doing good that I could tell was maybe on the old line. But
That's it. Texas had started becoming the run. Texas had started getting running backs. Yeah, they started getting running backs, but they weren't doing nothing else. They weren't pulling anything on the defensive side. Defensive linemen weren't coming there. Like Bo Davis was literally the saving grace there.
Here's the Texas guys tell it. Bo Davis couldn't recruit at all. They're not even upset about him being gone.
They stupid. They stupid as hell.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that. Sorry, Mama, I said it. Them jokers stupid. If they didn't think Bo Davis was holding that ship together, they wasn't keeping it. Man, come on. But Jay, tell the people where to find your channel. And what time you're gonna be on again.
At CFB-pod. It's Hall of Fame College Football with Jason and the coach. We'll be on there tonight at 8:30 Eastern time, man. Yeah, pop in, man. If you want to jump on, you're welcome to. For sure. You know, we got our show. I think we starting at 8 Central. So yeah, that's 9 Eastern. We'll do our show. Me and KT will be hosting tonight. But you already know, man. Anytime we come in and show love, we're gonna come and show you love, my boy. Sounds good, my man.
Appreciate it. No problem, man. Appreciate you for calling in, man. I love this energy, man. Don't ever think you intruding when you calling, but man, I love this. This is what my fans talk your talk, yeah. Rep your school. Same for the BAMA fans, same for the Georgia fans. We got Michigan fans be coming here talking trash. Talk your talk, rep your school, speak them facts, stand on what you're standing on, stand on business, right? And on business. Yeah, and we're gonna be straight, man. But Jason, appreciate you for calling in, bro, and we'll catch up, man.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care, bro. Yes, that's how you represent. What's up, Daniel? How you feeling, my guy? What's up, coach? I'm a big fan. Hope to see you at some of the games. Roll Tide. Daniel, did you just say you was a big fan? Please don't ever disrespect yourself like that. Great supporter, something like that. I don't have fans. I have supporters. I have family. So don't ever disrespect yourself and call you a fan. Fans are people that don't get attention from people that they admire. You're a supporter, man. If you're here right now, you're commenting, you dropping likes, you're a supporter. You're not a fan. Rubberneckers are fans. Fans can be good and bad. Supporters, they here to support you. So thank you for showing up, Daniel. I appreciate you for showing up. And Daniel, if you really want to become a part of this, become a part of the family, I want you to take a look at this, man. We're going to our next commercial break, y'all. When we come back, the phone line will be open back up. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Yes, thank you all for supporting the channel. So if you have not become a member of the channel, one of my senior mods, they'll hit the link for you to be able to click the link and go to that link, sign up, get your payment information and support the channel like no other. Ebony, welcome in. I don't know if you was in here. I hate Ohio State. I just want you to know that, but I love you, sister. And she said she got Bama stuff on her car now. Ebony, it better not be that. Listen, don't make me go and pull a screenshot. Y'all want to see? Ebony got a stick on her car. She got all this bullcrap Ohio bucknut stuff on it, right? And then she got this little sticker on the bumper in the middle of the bumper. That mug about this big, y'all. That sticker, look, y'all know how big my forehead is, right? Let's imagine a sticker this size on the bumper talking about you got Bama stuff on your car. So we got a phone call on the line. Hey, phone caller on the line. Stay there. Do not hang up. Do not hang up, caller. I'm going to get right to you. We just coming out of our commercial, getting the squad back in here, getting everybody back locked in. And that's what we're going to do. Yeah. But yeah, just this sticker. Oh, you added more? Okay. Because I was about to say, we definitely about to get at you. Listen, she had this sticker right here on the back of her car talking about some, my Bama mom. Now you better get one of them big old window, the one that take up the whole back window, one of them vinyl ones, the sticky vinyl, the see-through. You need one of them. You need to represent, because listen, nobody be out here. All right? Nick G's, what's good, family? You a big supporter. Much love, my boy. Roll Tide in the chat. Go ahead and grab one of them badges, though. Y'all go ahead and become a member, man. Y'all go ahead and become a member. We don't promote gifted memberships as much over here on this channel because we try to keep our family members, people that want to be a part of. If you really can't buy one, let somebody know. Let somebody know. But if you can support, it feels better when you're able to purchase it and control it. Keep that momentum going as a member. We've already had people hit the 1 month mark for everybody. Everybody that's hit that 1 month mark, happy anniversary. We celebrated a little bit on what that was last Thursday, I believe. When was the first? So 11 days ago, 10 days ago, we celebrated. Yeah, y'all pick that up, man, and let me know what y'all need, man. If y'all need some help, we have a whole bunch of moderators in the chat that can help you out, man. It definitely can help y'all out. But yeah, so I'm getting some information, and I love, and I kind of talked to these guys. I think I talked to Jordan about this before. When we talking recruiting, it's going to be on Thursdays. There's a reason why I do it on Thursdays, because guess what? On the weekends before official visits, I've already either had conversations or talked to people that got a good idea, a good feel of what's to happen that weekend. And I like for everything to kind of unfold after we talk about it on Thursday. So when y'all come in on Tuesdays, doing y'all little leaks or stuff, and I got to go full screen for this so y'all can see the hand move. When y'all do y'all little leaks and stuff, y'all really not on nothing. I'm going to just tell you right now, you're not on nothing. Gary, tell them they going to stop trying to tell Coach Smook what's happening when it comes to this recruiting thing. And I ain't bragging. I ain't boasting. I ain't being cocky or nothing. I'm just saying, God has really put me in a position that, like, I don't even go looking for stuff sometimes. I hear names sometimes. I'm like, whoa. Who are you? Why you hit me up? But without further ado, we got 205 on the line. 205, you're on the line with Coach Smook. Who's calling? And tell us, put you in the game.
You know who this is. This is Rico from the Magic City. What's going on?
Wait, your phone breaking up. Who this?
Rico.
Ain't no freaking way. Rico done called into the Coach Smook Morning Show. Rico, how you feeling this morning?
Man, I'm feeling good. A rare day off on a Tuesday, so I got to tune in to your show.
Yes, sir.
So I say, you know what I said? Man, I'm here. Coach Smook is there. Why would I drop a line?
Listen, Rico. Now you know I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. And Rico, I know you've been waiting to talk about this too, as we welcome you officially as a first time. This is your first time calling my show, ain't it, Rico?
No. Second time.
That second time. Yeah. Because I remember you called the first week when we launched. I remember. You called the first week when we launched. Sure did. So, Rico, Check this out, man. You know, I know one thing about my boy Rico. Rico don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, right? He don't care about nobody but the Tide. And if it was one team that Rico could hate other than Auburn, who is gonna be Rico?
Georgia.
Talk about it, man. We talking Bama, Georgia. You know, we got Bama. Is Georgia is our SEC opener this year, coming into this season. We got Georgia. These boys, they real hype. They bringing back a lot of experience, seniors, juniors, redshirt sophomores, all over the field, all in they up and down their depth chart, starting lineup and all this. And they are very confident this year. With reason, they have a reason to be. But me and a lot of our fan base, we just as confident, if not more confident in our team. What's your feels coming into overall feels coming into the season when it comes to Alabama versus Georgia matchup, opening up the SEC conference play?
I mean, like I said, I think I told you last time, Georgia, they scare me only a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because we have a lot of unknowns on the team. We haven't seen what they're capable of yet. Although I believe that the offenses are going to be okay. I just don't know how effective the defense is going to be. Although I believe it's still going to be at a level where they're going to be able to get through most of the games unscathed. So, and by the time the second half of the season, we're going to be clicking on all cylinders. That's what I believe. But like the first few games, we still going to be trying to get all the bugs out and everything. They going to learn the fellas learning a new scheme and everything, you know. But that's why that fourth game is like, are they going to be at a level where they can stop Georgia's offense?
Yeah,
I don't know. We gonna see.
And this is the telltale off for me. And this is kind of why at the beginning of the show, I don't know if you were here, we kind of dove into the games leading up to the Georgia game. You look at West Kentucky's offense; they're going to try to air the ball out a lot. They're going to throw a lot of different pass concepts at our defense, test our secondary. And I'm gonna pull this graphic up for us while we're on the phone, man. I'm looking at the defense now. This is a good mixture of veteran guys, and you have two guys I believe right now that might be starters for our defense coming into this new season that are freshmen, and they're highly touted freshmen. You're talking about Xavier Brown, you're talking about Red Morgan, right? I look at those guys on the back end, and what's in front of them is what gives me the confidence that these guys will have no issues adjusting to this defense will have no issues adjusting to what Georgia's going to be able to throw at them. You look at West Kentucky, air raid based offense. You look at USF, they're going to have a nice balance, but they're going to throw some schemes at us that kind of gave us problems last year. The quarterback missed a lot last year against this Coach Saban coach defense, and we were still able to keep them out of the end zone. You look at Wisconsin. What type of pace does Wisconsin come out? Do they stay traditional and try to run the ball on us and test our ability to stop the run game and run fit? And when you put those 3 games before Georgia, it gives you a well-rounded look of what this defense will be able to offer. And I feel like we have the talent to handle those teams, but if we can schematically lock in and on the defensive side and hold these teams, we go into Georgia's game and surprise the whole nation. So when you look at it from that aspect, what's your feels, knowing that we're going to get all those different styles of offenses thrown at our defense?
One thing I do believe is that a lot of the offenses and schemes that were drawn up that gave Saban's defenses fits, and with that we were susceptible to. I don't think the same will be true for Womack's defensive schemes.
Explain, because I like that take.
Well, it's like, Womack's defense is all about speed.
Yeah.
And one thing about Coach Saban's defense is they had a lot of gaps and stuff like that. And a lot of the times the offenses will exploit those gaps that they had in you know, that they would try to do, you know, like the bubbles and everything like that.
Yeah.
A lot of offenses would exploit that, and I don't think that the Womack's defenses will have those same weaknesses because of just the nature. I mean, man, they gonna be coming swarm. They gonna be coming like killer bees, swarming, swarming at that offense. Gonna cut out opportunities before they even develop. That's what I believe, anyway.
I'm right there with you, Rico. I just think this defense has so much talent, and I'm looking at the roster now. And this is our lads' projected lineup. I'm gonna dive into it real quick. Our projected starting lineup with our lads. They do a good job in getting some type of insight on the depth charts. Especially during when fall camps kick off. These guys, whoever they have reporting to them, and I think it's the actual universities that report this to them. Initial depth charts. And KALEN DEBOER, if you go look back in the past media dealing with KALEN DEBOER, he's not shy about putting out depth charts. Right, Coach Saban was very secretive. He would kind of just put one out to let us speculate. But KALEN DEBOER is he's not shy about putting out lineups. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. So I look at it now, and I'm looking at wait, what? Okay, I was about to say that is not our roster. Here we go. I was like, who is that was Georgia's roster. But you look at this first lineup, and we'll start from top to bottom. You got right there out there at the bandit defensive end position. You got Ja Latham. You got nose tackle Tim Keeney. You got defensive tackle Tim Smith. And right behind Smith, Jaheim Otis. We feel like those two are going to be interchangeable as far as starting at the defensive tackle position. A lot of rotation going to be there. Q Rob is going to be your starting Wolf guys pass rusher specialist. Jahad Campbell and Deontay Lawson right there in the middle of your defense. You got Xavier Brown, Keon Sabb, Malachi Moore, Damani Jackson, and I don't know why they got Devontae Smith right there, but Red Morgan is going to be the starter at that star position at that what we call in the Husky and the Rover position. Red Morgan and Keon Sabb are going to be your Husky and Rovers. So I'm looking at this lineup, and I don't feel at a disadvantage with personnel when we talk about mixing these young guys in, because Xavier Brown comes from modern day. He comes from modern day. Very, very skilled, very, very technically sound. Red Morgan comes from Central Phoenix City, a program that's just been dominating Alabama football, high school football in 7A for the past 7-8 years now, literally dominating. And that's my alma mater. They've been in the playoffs. They've been in state runnings for the past 7 or 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. You add two young guys into a defense with experience like Malachi Moore, Keon Sabb, Damani Jackson coming from USC, with guys behind them, backing them up like Devontae Smith. You get what I'm saying? Jaleel Hurley is waiting for his opportunity. It's a lot of talent with this Alabama secondary that we just aren't giving credit to. I like our chances. I like the lineup. Let's talk a little bit about offense. What does our offense? What type of in your mind, Rico? What type of opposition does Alabama's offense oppose for an experienced Kirby Smart defense?
We'll see that. That's what I was waiting on, boy. Man, one thing I believe about Coach DeBoer, and this is just from noticing a few things with the Washington team. And Coach DeBoer is like a skilled surgeon.
Yes. Talk about it, Rico. Just break it down real calm for the people, because I don't think people are giving Coach KALEN DEBOER his props as a schematic genius when it comes to scheming up, not just offense, game management. We saw that against Texas in the playoffs. We saw it against Michigan, even though they lost to Michigan. They lost to the better team, skill-wise, personnel-wise. They lost to the better team. But you saw game management and schematics, adjustments being made by KALEN DEBOER. Talk about that and your take on that.
Man, like I said, the man is like a skilled surgeon. And the way that he's gonna be calling plays, he's gonna be designing stuff specifically to exploit that defense. And let's not forget, he has Coach Saban at his disposal, which the Georgia's defense was modeled after. So, that being said, with some some minor nudging and being in the ear of Coach DeBoer, Nick Saban would kind of give him some aspects of how to play that Georgia defense. And it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be. No, it will be pretty. It will be pretty to us.
Right.
It's gonna be pretty to Georgia.
and Rico, I really don't believe Georgia fans believe that they junk don't stink. Like I think Georgia fans believe that they have it made already. They really do. I feel like they act like they have it already in the bag because of what they're returning experience wise. What I want to remind Georgia fans is 2021 was supposed to be Alabama's down year. And it took them coming to us losing 2 wide receivers for them to have an opportunity to even be in the playoffs, right? It took us losing 2 wide receivers, not even to be in the playoffs, but to be in that national championship game and win it. It took us losing our second top wide receiver. They already got us without Mechie. And then to lose J-Mo in the first quarter, that Georgia was on their heels. Georgia was on their heels, and they've not changed much of what they do on the back end. They really do. They really do depend on that front seven. And with this type of offensive line movement, space, this getting it out to the perimeter, making that D-line move, look left and right, making linebackers sit flat-footed, waiting for a read option or RPO scheme to be carried out, and then you got to react. You mess around and get us some good snaps this year, Georgia's in trouble. And literally, that is the game for Bama. Snaps. Go look at the SEC championship game last year. How many snaps did Jalen Milroe pick up off his ankles and had to create plays against Georgia last year? And still had doggone 14 points called off the board last year.
And I was like, man, just given that. Let's just look at that for a minute. With Jalen Milroe.
Yes.
All of those that ankle snaps he having to collect, and he still made plays.
People don't want to remember that about our boy, man. They want to talk about everything else. He can't read. He can't do this. But what about the center that couldn't snap? Why are we not talking about that?
How can you read? How can you even kind of read if you having to go get low snaps?
Every play.
Why? How can you read? You can't read when you're looking down.
Listen, and even if, let's say, even if you get good snaps, we had a true freshman in Caden Proctor that was playing overweight, not by his choice, by this staff who thought a bigger O-line would be the difference maker. The heavier, the bigger, the better. That's what they thought last year.
Yeah.
Bro, no, you don't do that in this style, because now you see where we got killed at on the edges. J.C. Latham got whooped a lot last year early. Caden Proctor got whooped just as bad. And then we had Dalcourt at right guard. When you had Jaden Roberts, even though he was a freshman, Rock Montgomery had way more tenacity and was a way more solid blocker than Dalcourt. We ran with that mess for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. What the? I don't know, man. Coach Saban, thank you. Thank you for setting us up for our future success. Because that was the best coaching job we had seen from Coach Saban ever. The way he held that together last year, best coaching job ever.
Which was more proof that the whole dynasty run, the whole 7 years, Saban was there. He was playing chess.
Not checkers.
Everybody checkers.
Yes, sir. Rico, you always, you know what? We're going to have to give Rico a nickname, y'all, because he's kind of like the sensei of the fan base. Like, he has this natural Bama zen. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rico comes off as like the Phil Jackson of Alabama fans because he has a way of wrapping everything and tying it together and making it make sense. And then you look at how things play out. You always have this like crystal ball insight, Rico. And I appreciate the energy. Rico, you got anything you want to say to the people before I let you off the line, man?
Man, I'm just going to say, when Coach Saban first got to Alabama, I told everybody that would listen that he's going to be able to do at Alabama what he hasn't been able to do anywhere else. And that was go undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
And the national championship within the first 5 years. And look what happened. I think it was his second or third year.
Yeah.
And then
second year he goes 2007, 2008. He goes and we lose to Florida, right? We lose to Florida that year. But then 2009 we turn around, Tebow crying, right? They got your name. They got your name, Rico. I like that, Caleb. Triple A Yoda. Triple A, you know. We cooking. Oh, we cooking.
No, young Skywalker.
Rico, no, you ain't pulling the Yoda voice. Oh, Rico done took it up. Go ahead, Rico. Hey, listen, Rico, get the people some words of wisdom before we get out of here, man.
What was that again?
Get the people some words of wisdom. Get a Bama Nation, the AAA family, some words of wisdom before we get you up out of here, man.
I mean, y'all don't worry. Don't worry too much. Don't worry too much. We still gonna make the playoffs.
Okay.
We might lose one game. If we don't lose to Georgia, it might be to Oklahoma. I don't know. Maybe we won't lose neither one of those games because we're gonna be polished by the time we get to Oklahoma. So just don't even sweat it. Don't even sweat it. Coach DeBoer is gonna call them plays like we need to call them, and we need to take some hints from him. He always remains calm under pressure, much like Bryce Young did when he was a quarterback, much like Jalen Hurts did when he was a quarterback. They didn't get rattled. So we don't need to get rattled in this season because everybody was giving us rat poison. Just believe in your team. Rep your team. Because we gonna ride this roll tide train. We gonna roll on. We gonna ride this Crimson tidal wave all the way to a natty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I believe we can win that natty this year. I believe it.
Man, Rico, go ahead. I'm sorry. I get excited when you get to talking like this. I'm just listening. I'm like, go ahead, man.
Question: do we all believe it?
I believe it. I believe it, Rico. I believe. Yeah. That's how they get hype in church. They say, the preacher get to go in there. I believe. Do you believe? Yeah, that's what I believe, man. I'm telling you. And Rico, it's not just being a fan, man. You got to look at what KALEN DEBOER has done in his coaching, his head coaching career. Not just coaching career, but head coaching career. This gentleman knows how to win. He knows how to win. Yeah. I don't get why people think you come to Alabama and you all of a sudden start losing. It ain't like the SEC got better. Georgia is still the team to beat for us. Nobody else is a threat right now. And I'm not disrespecting the rest of the schedule. I'm not overlooking the rest of the schedule. But you talking about Alabama is coming into the season as the defending SEC champions. And the only team we're looking to really solidify ourselves against right now is Georgia. Yes, we took an L to Texas, but we took an L to Texas with a young Jalen Milroe and 14 points being taken off of the board. People forget that we lose to Texas by 10, and a young starting quarterback in Jalen Milroe loses to Texas by 10 because 14 points were taken off the board. With as bad of a game as he played, according to y'all, I mean, come on, y'all. This is not going to be pretty for the rest of the SEC.
Because we looking at a even more determined Caleb DeBoer, because he wasn't happy about his team losing that national championship game. He wasn't happy.
Not at all.
Taste in his mouth. So he wants some comebackness. And as angry as the Tide was, because you had Terry Alamo flipping up the Gatorade, them containers.
Yeah, them water coolers.
I was like, so the team was mad, so they're gonna be playing angry this year.
And this alumni group, that the guys that just left for the draft, these guys they are in support of this new regime of KALEN DeBoer. A lot of them, and I guarantee you, if my guy TA could come back right now, if Terry and Arnold could come back right now and join this squad, as much as he glad to be in the NFL, you can look at some of these guys. Caleb Downs, I think Caleb Downs really regret leaving Bama. I really do. I really think that young man would have been the next. Go ahead.
He just might. Just depending on how the season go. We might see Caleb Downs transfer back next season.
Oh man, listen, that's gonna take Rico. If we do get a Caleb Downs coming back next season, I don't.
It ain't gonna be.
It's not gonna be pretty. All this talent: Red Morgan, Drake Kirkpatrick, Jalen Mbakwe, Zay Mincy, Zabian Brown. All these guys on the back end that's ready this year, that got to sit back and take a year to just learn the system, which they are happy to do. A lot of I don't care what y'all say, Zabian Brown, Red Morgan. Yes, they day one ready, but I guarantee you, they see the future. You got guys on this that's coming in this 25 class, linebackers in front of these DBs. They're gonna have a year to learn. This 26 class of DBs come in. Imagine if they had a senior or a junior, the junior class. This 24 class had a junior Caleb Downs in that secondary as their leader. Match him up with a Red Morgan and a Dre, or Red Morgan. I mean, Deshaun Jones gonna be there. Cam Howard gonna be there. The two transfers, they probably gonna be back next year. King Mack is probably going to be back. Like these are names that we're not even talking about just yet. These transfers, we have talent on both sides of this ball that's just ready to get on that field. I'm telling y'all, man, we got something. We got something going, and it's going to be crazy, crazy good. But Rico, I'm going to let you off this line, man. Appreciate you for calling, man. Rico, you my boy, man. I got so much respect for you. I'm glad you on this side. You get what I'm saying? Checking out the content. And anytime you catch the show and you see this call line open, we need you to come in. And I actually got a poll in the chat right now. We voting on your nickname for the family right now. We got Rico Miyagi and Rico Yoda in the chat right now. We voting right now. We got 16 votes. I need y'all to run them votes up ASAP. We need at least 25 votes. We got 65 live in the chat right now. Is either gonna be Rico Miyagi or Rico Yoda. And that's what your name gonna be for the AAA fam, Rico. But I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you calling in. Any last words to the family before you get up out of here?
I mean, I just want everybody to know I'm not an X's and O's guy, but I pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I can say is listen to Coach Smook and Coach Sean and Coach Jay and Ty. Listening to all of y'all have developed me into the person that I am as far as my knowledge is concerned. Now y'all smarten me up, I mean, I was already smart.
Yeah.
But y'all smart more.
I appreciate the kind words, man. Look, you already had it in. You just need a little push. And I try to push as many people and encourage them to really dive into this thing as of being a fan and look at it from a few different standpoints and surround myself with people that can allow me to do the same. So I appreciate you, Rico. And with that being said, man, I appreciate you for calling in, and you have a blessed day, man, and roll tide, Rico.
Roll tide.
All right, man. Rico Yoda, I'm telling you, that's what Rico funny as a mug, y'all. That joker have me cracking up every time he get on the line, man. Every time Rico get on the line, he had your boy cracking up, man. I appreciate him for calling in. Listen, with that being said, y'all, we have come to the end of today's show. Don't forget, y'all, do not forget to go ahead and RSVP. RSVP for our Outside with Coach Smook tailgate event. I can't wait for this event to come in. I got to show y'all something before we go. Hold on. I got to show y'all something. We got some funny stuff to show y'all. Not funny. This is some cool stuff. So my sister, Ebony, y'all heard me giving a crap. She sent this in. She said she's certified. Now, I want y'all to understand, she has a SUV, crossover type vehicle, and this is the sticker she got on her car. Do we approve of this? Is this enough? Or do we want more? Because if we want more, we're going to get some AAA stickers made. We're going to get some AAA stickers. But it's a solid start. This is a solid start. But you'd have made a couple of trips from to T-Town, so I'm gonna need you to pick it up a little bit, sis. I'm gonna need you to pick it up. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna need you to pick it up a little bit. And then we got Kristen. Kristen, sit this in. Big time. Got the Audi. Put 4 circles in your grill like an Audi. Roll Tide. Got that Euro Roll Tide. Y'all know she be on that fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? That thing fire though. I ain't even gonna cap. That thing look good, y'all. Roll Tide. Yes, I'm loving it. Appreciate y'all, man, for sending that in. Those are the pictures of the day. And y'all can't forget, man, today is the day that the Lord has made. Y'all make sure y'all go out and be glad and be blessed and handle that, y'all. Don't forget, RSVP for the event. RSVP for the event. I can't talk. Let me get this screen share up. Share screen. Tailgate. Boom. We got that riding right there. Y'all make sure y'all RSVP. We got 2 slots open right now to hit that 75 cap. Soon as those slots get opened up, first time I get a message saying, hey, I can't, they say it's sold out, I'm going to add 10 more slots to it. That's what we're going to do. What else we got? Oh, Tonight Show. Let me pull up this graphic, y'all. I think y'all like our graphics now. I think I've been doing solid with our little thumbnail graphics. Let me show y'all this one right here. Tonight, we got the Coach Smook Evening Show starting at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go for about 2 hours, and my co-host, Boss Lady herself, will be here live. We won't be in the studio. We'll be at our other location. We're doing some dog sitting this week, y'all. I'm doing some dog training, Mr. Dog Whisperer, right? So we out there in the country, but we're going to be doing we're going to do our show tonight. It won't be a call-in, but it's going to be very interactive, right? Going to be very interactive, and I want y'all to come in and enjoy yourselves, interact with myself and the co-host, KT, Boss Lady herself. She'll be in here basically running the show. I'm going to be like the co-pilot on this one. And she's the co-host, but I'm going to be the co-pilot. I'm just going to be there when she's ready to go autopilot and take a break. Well, yeah. Tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Myself and KT, we're going to be co-hosting the show tonight. And we're going to talk all sports, all major sports news tonight. Might get a little Alabama talk. And last but not least, don't forget the visits. We talking official visits coming up this weekend. KALEN Deer is, y'all remember we were hiring him, committing to Alabama early on in this process. Ended up committing to Ole Miss, but he has been buzzing about having a lot of interest in this staff. Mind you, we got Jordan Davison on the hook. We got a couple of running backs, Jamarian Morrow on the hook. I'm curious to see what this KALEN Deer visits entails. Travis Smith Jr., my young boy, nephew, He'll be here this week. Going to get in contact with his family. As a matter of fact, I think I'm actually going to see Senior sometime this week before they go to T-Town. And we're going to link up. Hopefully I can get a picture with my young boy and post it, man. Get some buzz going. Malachi Goodman, somebody else that I'm excited about. I like the offensive line prospects this staff is pulling for this 25 class and getting them in. And then also towards the beginning of next week, June 18th through the 20th, you got David Sanders, the 5-star offensive lineman. He's been very quiet about his recruitment, just kind of told everybody what his top. I think he announced his top 8, if I'm not mistaken. And Alabama was in there as no particular order. I think they was like number 3 on that list. But I think we're making some good leeway. Him and Ty Haywood together with a possible Mal Waldrop commitment would solidify our offensive line recruits for this class. We already got Michael Carroll commitment. I think we are on the verge of bringing it back, that old school lineage of producing first-round offensive linemen. Full offensive line, 5 men across the board that will be potential first-round draft picks. And Alabama's doing it. So that's a little bit of the closeout, man. And as always, man, if you want to become a member of the AAA, exclamation mark AAA in the chat by one of my mods will bring up that link. Click on that link. Sign up. We have different levels, as you've seen in the commercial. And become a part of this AAA family. Join the Discord. We got the Discord link in the chat. Click on that. Join the Discord. Introduce yourself. Come in with your thick skin, and you're going to enjoy yourself. With that being said, I'm your boy, Coach Smook. Catch y'all on the flip side tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be live with you all. And KT, the co-host, will be here with me. And I thank you all. I love you all. God bless you all. Y'all take care and enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tonight. Love y'all.